Oh shit, because it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, John, run! Quick!
Fuck.
I used to do them like this with my hands. Like, it's much more
Oh god, I
extreme.
can't. My elbows don't. Yeah, that.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hi, everybody.
This is one
Hi,
too.
friends.
Hello. Thank you to Kung Fu Thunderous. Thank you to Aragwen. Big thanks. Plant.
Thank you for the resub.
Re-subscriptions.
7 months. Damn.
That's. Oh man, RPG Clinic's already like. I don't know. What do babies do at 7 months? Thrashing, crawling. I imagine.
Probably can keep its
I don't know.
support, like lift its own head or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah. RPG
Yeah.
Clinic's like starting to lift its own head.
Maybe it can roll over on its own.
Can't roll back.
When Scott was 7 months old, what was he doing?
Honestly, I was probably attempting to read. No, I'm kidding. I do. There is a story in my family about like going somewhere at a very tender age that I can't remember now, and like just people were very surprised because I like looked up at something and just read it out loud, and they were like, "You can read?" It was quite funny. At 7 months, I was probably doing this.
Wow, it's just like today.
Haven't changed
Yes.
a bit. Right, exactly. Erevan is correct.
Drooling? Yeah, when I was young, I received a teach your kid to read book that was like written in the 40s or something, and I memorized it.
Wow.
So for a while, people thought I could like read perfectly.
It's so cheap.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I was doing it to deceive anybody.
Hello, Liz.
Just
how,
like,
how are you doing today? The best way to read is to look at the words. What the?
I mean, there's my first school book, which was Who is Matt? Are you Matt? No, I am not Matt. Are you Matt? No, I am not Matt. Are you Matt? Yes, I am Matt. The end.
Oh my
The
God.
first book that I successfully read aloud cover to cover was Hop on Pop.
Hop on Pop.
Yep.
The classic.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Is this to do with
Loading.
the fan art?
Yay!
Very cool. And big thanks to Aragwen. Very cool stuff.
Much thank you to Aragwen for commissioning that artwork.
Now I'm just imagining Scott as a baby looking up and then shouting out erotic bookstore, and then seeing baby Liz leave said erotic bookstore pretending that she can read the book, but has only just memorized it. My inner goddess was screaming.
I was trying to think of a good quote, but like not
Not like
too
what you said on
horrifying.
Punchy the other
Correct.
day.
Yes, not what I
Yeah,
said on Punchy
definitely.
the other day.
What'd you say on Punchy the other day?
We can't remember, honestly. But
Oh, we can't, can we?
We can.
I actually don't. But I thought that was pretty funny. Oh no.
Is this your smut narrating voice, Jeff? Oh no. I
We were
changed
talking
my
about
mind.
narrating smut. Oh, y'all were there. Yeah.
You're already
that's
locked
it.
in, Aragwen. I'm sorry.
That's
This is a
it.
10-book
Yeah,
commitment.
You've already made your choice. And I think your choice was John and myself
Yeah, I seem to recall
reading a
that.
book.
Oh
Good
my.
grief.
This is Valentine's. This is Valentine's.
Oh. Okay.
Yes,
Glad we got that
simultaneously.
sorted out.
That's horrible.
Now I'm kind of tempted to do an erotic reading of like a charm.
Oh. Well, if it's from
Take a charm,
the
any
ex-
charm.
the exciting book, if it's from the
Here, loquacious
Panoply
courtier
of-
technique is at least about being social. Opening the mind's
I'm
gate is
excited.
All right,
long.
so here
That's
we
short.
got to
I'm
get
so
the right
excited.
we got to get the right song for this.
Give you one of those.
Do we? I don't think I have any like raunchy music, but
Oh Jesus.
we ready?
Apparently.
The Dragon-Blooded deals herself to all company with pleasing and faultless manners. She may add automatic successes to socialize roles or raise her guile for 2 motes each. Ooh.
Wild.
Kate, burn it all down.
I'm glad it
It's the
shows
only-
a short
the
charm.
only way to cleanse.
The hour
And
has left
Aragwen
the net.
unsubscribes. And that's the end of our channel, folks.
Howell has left the chat. Oh,
That
Jesus
was-
Christ.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Like perfect, horrifying. That's yikes.
Well, now that I've thoroughly eliminated any chance of my being attractive to anyone in the future,
Okay.
we should at least say hi to she who knows 10,000 things and goodbye, apparently.
Oh.
Although she will be acting alone today, for Entropy's Disciple and Strength of Borders are not here. But we do love the Crosshair and Rulebrick Wall anyway. Oh, we'll be modless if I keep talking in that voice, Kung Fu Fenders. Don't worry.
Moodless.
Oh.
Into the Tupperware.
I trust that people have had a pleasant February the 14th. For those of you who are celebrating Valentine's Day, congratulations. For those of you who are not, it's all good. It's just a day that honestly was used to honor a saint that was involved in a massacre and otherwise picked up for commercialism purposes. So don't feel bad because we love you.
Discount chocolate tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah, my uncle's birthday falls on discount chocolate day.
Nice.
And his father was born the day before Valentine's Day.
Wow. Family likes to keep the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, but does he like discount chocolate? This is the issue, is that would be the only gift that you would ever get on that day, probably.
No. Although I can say
Kate's
that
face.
in my family, my birthday and my sister's birthday, which are the same day, follow my mother's birthday 9 months afterwards. And my older sister's birthday follows my father's birthday 9 months afterwards.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah.
For my sister, it's almost to the day.
Yeah, been there, Angel Wick. Deliveries and video chats.
Yeah, that's how we did Valentine's Day for a little while. It's the only way we could.
We know what gifts were exchanged those years.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
I was going to say something incredibly crass, but then I chose not to. I want appreciation for that.
Scott and I went to visit a house this morning, and we were not told that there was an alarm system to the house, so there was a brief moment of panic and terror as we dealt with that.
I mean,
that's what we've been doing.
brief is not true.
Protracted.
It was not brief. But we're okay.
Oh yeah.
And if you hear sirens, we'll just...
You don't know us.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Sever ties with us,
Oh, boy.
just in case.
Well, may I ask then, of the three of you, it's time to find out whether Aragorn likes you or not.
Ooh.
So go ahead. Did you spend experience? 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa!
Go team.
Wow. Wait a second. Oh, yeah. We both spent experience?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Kate, I figured, because of last week.
Beat the executioner? Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Kate.
Okay, I got a dot in socialize. Woo! I now have 3 in socialize.
Oh shit.
I needed it for
That's what you
socialize
ended up buying?
charms.
I thought you
So-
were buying something different.
Nope. That's what I ended up with because I want to buy charms but have prerequisites. So yeah.
So, if I may go next, Kate, I just want to say, great minds, because I also bought a 3rd dot of socialize. Also because I'm looking at a specific charm, and now I think we should talk about what those are, just in case. I also bought a new specialty, my new favorite thing. I bought a specialty in dodge.
While shirtless?
Yeah, exactly. Dodge while sweaty, while shining, sheen.
Shining.
While slick.
Shining. Oh no, my massage oil.
Oh, your piles is all slippery.
No, it's horrible.
It's a beautiful thing.
I
And now it's
It is actually. It's a specialty in dodge, disengaging, because break all those engagements. Also,
Aw.
disengaging in game. Incredible. Just horrible listening.
I bought Investigation 3.
Nice. Sorry. Nice.
Detective whispered.
Detective whispered.
Detective whispered.
I think they're hiding drugs in there.
We also have some other business to attend to, which is
Oh yes, of course.
safety tools. We'll get into audience safety tools in a moment, but us here, we have 3 cards. Green signifies that things are okay, we're good to continue, even if outwardly it may seem different. It's just acting, it's just role-playing, thumbs up, let's keep going. Yellow is a heads up. I need to alert the table to something. We are good to continue once I have made sure that everyone understands. Red is a stop. Hold on, we'll likely go to a BRB screen. Something needs to be addressed. Perhaps the line has been crossed. No one's bad. No one's a bad person for it, and you never have to justify your use of any of these cards. But these tools are for us here. Those of you out in Chatland have other tools available to you. You are free to speak up in chat. You are free to message or whisper one of our moderators, which today would be Aragwen. You can also, if you need to, leave, because we would rather you put your safety ahead of your attendance. But we would like to be able to accommodate it all. In whispering a moderator, they are happy to keep it anonymous should you wish. And pass that information along to us, because we would like to make this as safe a space as possible for everyone. Did I miss anything?
Not on my end.
Cool. Thanks. Yes.
Seems away.
Yeah, shall we just quickly address that we flashed a couple of yellow cards?
Sure. I flashed a yellow card to remind everybody that all characters are the age of consent in terms of things like romance and sexuality. While that was brought up in chat, while people were talking about the idea of age of majority in terms of marriage and the like, this was something that I just wanted to make sure that everybody remembered, because sex may or may not happen in this game, and it ain't creepy.
And I flashed a yellow card around discussing details of a parent's death, because I'm pretty stressed right now. It's a subject that I'm usually cool with, but didn't feel super cool dealing with it for the next couple of weeks, but yeah.
Perf. I appreciate the reminders as well.
Yes,
folks.
very
Thank you.
much.
I have always appreciated being able to rely on other people. When I was reaching that point between the time of, high school, where I was relatively independent and didn't need to deal with anybody, to the time where I graduated from university. And by then, I realized that I had become very dependent on a lot of people. It's kind of the nature of what I studied, of what we all studied, that it is a group activity theater. Typically, it is more than one person involved. Almost always, there's more than one person involved. So it helps to be linked to others, to feel trust for others. And in a way, when you end up working with people, you end up working with the people who you can trust the most. They're the ones who you want to continue working with, because honestly, it really sucks if you're scheduling a rehearsal and somebody doesn't show up because they can't be relied upon, or because they lied to you about stabbing you in the back. That never happened. I don't think any of us ever got stabbed in the back. But trust. That ends up being important, and it ends up forging the relationships that will continue. Not all relationships survive the schooling process, but those that do often are quite long-lasting. After all, we're all here, still, years later, and ready to play. Now, what was this about? Something after Jonologue?
Intel report.
Oh, right. There.
If we want to do a little catch up from last time.
Yeah. Screwed that up.
That's
Here we
okay.
go.
Oh, we're doing it. Here we go.
In case you don't remember what happened, we do have the Intel report written by students who choose to remain anonymous, alongside some reactions from the headcanon original characters. But let's hear a reading.
School secrets declassified. Advancing with powerful swings, Aresta pushes Fiege back into a flagpole and knocks him unconscious with an overhand pommel strike. Sweet. Flavienne catches Bana in a grapple, securing the goalpost for an unexpected play. Sientel, another unexpected lost hand, dashes onto the field with a hand-drawn flag, leaps up to the top of the flagpole and ties it on, and the game master gives the signal. The goal is valid, and the lost hand take the victory. Witnesses at the game overheard the game master say he would not order the Golden Thread to be disbanded, but reports from late yesterday night confirmed that the members had been reassigned.
There's some quotes here heard in the hallways. Someone saw the lost hand sneak off to the bell tower with a barrel of wine.
Oh, shit.
No, Flavienne's accent is real. She's actually a lost egg, but don't tell anyone. It's a secret.
Bieren's wrangling some more second years. I think there's going to be another game soon. Bet you a noble it's the lost hand again. You're on. So I tried to ask Sientel out. She asked why I liked her. I guess she isn't that confident. Confident enough to kick your butt, apparently. You shouldn't have said you just assumed she'd be good because of her family.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have said you just assumed she'd be good because of her family. Damn. Woof.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know who, which anonymous student that was, but...
Yikes. Okay.
That's
I suppose it's time. It has been a day. I'm going to assume that... Oh, no, you're in the middle of a conversation that's critical to you, Gail, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to
Is it
remind
critical?
people?
Sure. So Gail and Sientel... Sorry, is it Sientel or Sientel?
Sientel.
Sientel?
Yes.
Okay. Gail and Sientel are speaking outside about the heightened sense. Gail has decided to let them in on into her confidence on this. Sientel recognized the ship, said that she had used it to travel back home twice, had last seen it 2 years ago. And when Gail asked if it's the type of ship that might be used to transport something valuable or some secret cargo, Sientel said, "I think I can do you one better." And then John ended the motherfucking session.
Well, yeah, I have to.
Gotta end it somewhere, right?
The heightened sense. Oh God, did I say something else?
No, you didn't.
Oh, good. Doesn't say like that.
It's not. That means it's
Sweet
not
sense.
quite what we're looking for. There we go. Do we have to discuss it here? We could just discuss it back in our room, maybe, or I can talk about it now if you want.
I just need to make sure that we're not overheard. We don't know who we can trust around here.
I mean, okay. The ship carried people. I mean, it also carried cargo. It's the sort of thing that I know was carrying a lot of students headed towards the House of Bells. You know, we're trying to move people around the Blessed Isle. It's just easier, more luxurious. The heightened sense really was meant to be a pleasure craft, but I know it was carrying cargo. One thing that I can tell you is when I was on the ship, I was carrying a lot of stuff that no one wanted me to see. So naturally, I went and I looked.
And what was it?
didn't know what it was at first. It looked an awful lot like gold.
Gold.
But not.
What was different about it? Different properties?
I think that it was a magical material.
Would Gail be familiar with a magical material that looked like gold?
You have a cult,
I do.
so
Nice.
yes.
Is this going to require a roll, or
No.
do I just know? Is this orichalcum?
If it's gold and it's magical, it's either orichalcum or your hair.
Orange.
Oh. Let it
Her
go.
orichalcum hair lit up the room.
So,
Lightning.
so let me get this straight. 2 years ago, you knew that there was secret cargo, and when you snuck in, you found this golden-like material.
It wasn't constructed into anything. It was just raw material.
Raw material. All right. Do you know where this cargo was being transported? Did it leave the ship at the same time that you did?
If it did, it had to have been after I left. By the time I got off the ship, I had to immediately head over to the campus. For all I know, the ships remained in harbor for days, weeks.
This gives me a lot to think about. So it could have been transported here, but potentially it was taken somewhere else.
Thing is, the heightened sense, like I said, it's supposed to be a pleasure craft. It's supposed to be a way for people to travel in style from one place to another.
Well, of course, because nobody would attack something like that. It's not supposed to carry important cargo. It's the best way of carrying something secret.
Maybe.
Who's going to attack a ship full of dynasts?
But it was owned by Sinis.
It was a Sinith ship?
Yeah. And I don't know what you know about us, but I don't know why we would have something to hide.
You are generally very forthcoming.
I mean, look, we do all sorts of unsavory things. We get it.
Bless you.
But I just don't see us smuggling via ship. We'd deal with better people for that.
Well, is it possible that some other house or group could have smuggled something on a Sinis ship without Sinis knowing? Or somebody who's working within the house to undermine them?
I mean, maybe, but I'll be honest with you. I'm a student. I didn't think to look into it. I just figured that somebody was bringing a lot of stuff with them.
It's the fact that you didn't think to look into it that's interesting to me. Because when you heard that something was being kept secret from you, you wanted to go and see what it is. And then when you found out what it is, why didn't you want to follow that thread all the way to the end?
Because it was just metal. Magical or not, it didn't really impact me that much. I mean, for all I knew, it was legal.
But you knew it wasn't. I think you knew that it wasn't. I think you knew that somebody had something very specific planned with this material.
I knew that it was different. I knew that it was weird. I didn't realize that it was criminal or treasonous.
Oh, this was 2 years ago. I wonder if that's what was being transported when the ship disappeared, or if it was something else.
What I can tell you is that I know how to charter that ship, if it's still even available to be chartered.
What kind of cover story would we have to charter that ship?
I don't know why we'd want the ship in the first place, but I just know how to do it.
Yeah, this is a question. Did it sink, or was it that
She
everybody
doesn't
on
know.
Oh, okay. Oh, she doesn't?
No.
Oh.
The rumors around the heightened sense belonged to you, but I don't believe that you told her what you knew
That
of the
it's
heightened sense.
Okay, right. And I remember that it sunk.
Yes.
And that the whole crew disappeared.
Yes.
Okay.
She don't know that.
All right.
Secrets.
Interesting. I see. Well, I need to think this over and try to get as much information as I can about the ship before we determine our next move.
Okay. I told you everything I have. If I remember anything else, I mean, I guess I can find you. It's not like we're not sleeping in the same room at this point.
Right. I appreciate this.
Okay. Anyway, Pyres did all right back there. I mean, other than the fact that he covered the place in fingerprints.
Are we going to investigate Viren further?
Maybe? I don't know. That seems like a decision for the commander to make.
There's something different about you.
What do you mean?
Well, you were all too eager to steal a barrel of wine and have a victory party with your fang mates, and now you seem unsure about what you want to do.
I don't want to fuck this up.
This fang? Your time here? What?
Hey, what's the rest to do?
We had definitely gone to the infirmary.
Yeah.
Don't know if we were on our way back yet.
Yes.
Yep.
I think that you had concluded your business.
Great. Then I suppose Vivian and I are headed back to the barracks room.
I suppose we'll have to wait until we see other people.
Yeah.
Do you think that they succeeded in what they were trying to find?
We'll find out. You have to have confidence in their skills.
It isn't a lack of confidence that I have. I know how effective you can be. I've already seen it.
What's your concern?
I don't know if it's concern. I think it's more excitement at what's going to happen next.
That's a good outlook.
I just hope that we're not served with another game.
We won't be. Who found that? They found that out. I
They
don't
found
know
that out,
that
and
out.
you don't
Yeah,
know it yet.
great. Sorry.
Yes.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Look, if we are, we'll be ready. 2 down. Who knows how many to go?
You always seem ready. Why? Is it Earth Dragon style?
At least my first teacher of it, yes. Certainly never stopped to let us catch our breath.
You seem very rooted. You seem strong.
Those are accurate.
Not like the other. Pyre seems that he could fly off the handle, and Gail Whispered seems like she could just fly.
You're describing all of our aspects quite accurately,
It's not about aspects.
but it's accurate to...
Pyres could have simply destroyed the opponent's flag. And if they had not thought to make a new one, then it would have eliminated their possibility of winning the game. Instead, he flew away with it, like a banner. He relies on emotion.
He's always had a chip on his shoulder. And so he's always proving things. Or trying to.
A chip on his shoulder?
His older sister.
I think he's better.
I think there's a lot more to him than he thinks people realize.
Well, there's a lot to everybody.
Of course.
I mean, nobody's that simple.
Sorry.
And I'd say Gail is quite rooted for an air aspect, I suppose, but even broadly speaking.
I wonder if she cares about anything but winning.
Knowledge. Information.
I
Gateway.
I think that knowledge is just a means to an end for her. It's a way to see that she will win.
I've only had, what, a day on you as far as paying particular attention to Gail? Or perhaps less.
Well.
Perhaps you've been watching longer than I have.
She beat me fair and square.
You did. I don't know whether it's all about victory with her. We'll find out.
What is it for you?
What do you suspect?
It's your guile.
2.
Or is it?
I'm gonna leave it
more?
to 2. That's fine.
Do you have any intimacies towards success or victory?
No. I mean,
No,
My-
okay.
my deeds will become legend.
That's
Well, y'all can hear it, but
Oh,
yeah, no.
mean, it's
I
on
don't
your
feel
sheet,
like
they
there
can
should.
access it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's missing because sometimes there will come times, especially in the first little while, that you'll mention something and I will create one. But no, it's. I mean, it's what I said up there. It's about dealing with what comes with, about being as good as I can be. But that doesn't guarantee success.
okay. Pyres, where are you going?
I've just left Brevin's room. Brevin all alone in his new, like, fangless room. So
God.
sad. I've got a very confused look on my face from where that came from. I'm headed back to the barracks as well to rejoin the Fang of the Lost Hand.
So it looks
I
like all
rem-
of you are essentially converging on the same location.
Yeah. I have a
no,
meeting-
wait, no, we still have to finish this. I cut away. Rudely.
Hmm.
Sorry, what was your last question?
What do you not want to fuck up?
Everybody here has been, throughout my entire career here, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle for everybody. I was part of a Fang that I felt like I was, even if I didn't like them, at least I could depend on them. We were together. We knew that we had each other's backs because we all followed Brevin. And then I enter a Fang and it looks like there's decisions that are being made for things that are more important than just grades, impressing teachers. I don't want that to stop.
That's good. Because for the first time since I started here, I'm actually trying to gather knowledge
that is bigger than a textbook that's in front of me. I'm trying to do more than just memorize the test answers for the next day.
Come on, you can't only be about memorization.
I'm very good at it.
I didn't say that you weren't, but I also just saw you kick the shit out of 4 other people in Gateway. And I saw you be able to, win the second game that you had to participate in.
Yes. Well, I developed a very diverse skill set when I was growing up. I needed to prove some physical prowess, otherwise I wouldn't have been given Soaring Eye.
It's a beautiful weapon.
Thank you. We have our differences, but ultimately we appreciate each other. And Gateway always felt like a friend.
I don't know if that sounds really cool or really lonely.
It doesn't really matter. It's just a fact.
Yeah, it matters. Maybe not to you, but it matters. And at this point now, the 3 of you managed to reach your rooms all at about the same time.
Wow.
Brevin with that, Pyres with that confused look on his face.
He's gonna shake it off and just greet his friends. Fang of the Lost Hand. I'm very excited to see you. We have much to discuss. Come. Fling open the door. So I need to fill in Flavienne and I need to fill in Aresta. I'm not gonna leave anything out necessarily. I'm not gonna shout it also, like, just to be clear. I don't think people are listening, but
Yeah.
Actually, in terms of leaving stuff out, I don't know if Pyres would necessarily think Viren's involvement with like his family's economic standing is important, so you might not mention that. But specifically, he's going to say, like, we found some things, we found our transcripts there in the office.
Do you mention the fact that you didn't find Flavienne? Flavienne's wasn't with the others?
What I would say is that, exactly. We found everyone's transcripts from this year. Mine was being poured over in the study. Yours, Aresta, yours, Gail, yours, Sientel, they had been removed from the pile. Flavienne, I did not see yours.
So that's not entirely accurate.
Okay.
You didn't see Gail Whispered or Aresta or Sientel's. You did see Flavienne's. It was in the stack with the rest of them.
Was in the rest of the stack. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So thank you for correcting me there. That's good. I'll make a note of that in a sec. So I will communicate that just so that these guys know. And I think most excitingly for everybody here, Game 3 is being organized and we are not to be involved. Something to watch, finally!
Is it either of the hands we previously fought? Fangs we previously fought?
No.
Well, they don't exist anymore.
Well, my understanding is that Piège is assigned. That doesn't mean the whole thing is disbanded?
Because it hasn't been, like, announced yet publicly, right? So we're not 100% sure what's going on with Merp.
They're going to have to say something at some point, otherwise people are going to start becoming discontent.
Yeah.
If I were anybody here, I'd be worried about my status in a Fang as well. At this point, they seem to be just picking them apart for no reason. Well, not for no reason.
There is a reason.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, especially if in fact we are not participating in the game, is an excellent time to do some snooping around. Everybody's going to be watching the game.
Everybody, including us.
Would it
You
not
can watch the game if you want to.
be wise to watch the game to have another piece in the puzzle of what the games are about?
If I could clone myself and be in 2 places at once, I most certainly would do that. but I think I might need to take advantage of everybody being distracted.
Hires hands Gale a time turner.
thank
no,
God.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
To Gale whispered. I mean, that just sounds like ties.
It sounds like what? Sorry.
Could there be a gateway player so good that she couldn't even beat
Oh.
herself?
Unstoppable force, immovable object. You've heard.
I think you're elaborating on this too much. I really just want to be completing 2 tasks at the same time.
I understand. Well, what would you want to snoop around on?
Well, we could follow Viren.
He'll be commentating the game
Yes. But we could get into
after the fact.
position to follow him after the game and see if he's meeting with somebody. We could go back to his chambers and search them more thoroughly. We could leave campus.
Or, you know, we could study for tests. Oh, am I kidding?
Like clap Sientel on the shoulder. Good one. I really should study more, though. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Wait. Leave campus?
Yes.
But look, I'm all in favor of bending a few rules now and then, if necessary.
If the
but
games are over as quickly as we finish them, that won't give us enough time to leave campus unnoticed.
Exactly.
It's true.
It's
And
not
we
like we're
couldn't count
tracked
on-
at all times. People leave campus all the time. I mean, there's an entire village out there whose economy depends on us showing up and buying contraband.
Quick cue. Do we need explicit permission to leave to go to said like village or whatever?
In general, students are allowed to visit that village once they're past year 4.
Nice.
But you're not allowed to just go whenever you like. You have to go when you have... Yeah, the villages are technically on campus. The thing is,
Right.
you're not supposed to go like during class, but you have a day of... Because it's the day after a game that you participated in, you have a day of self-study.
Right.
But like you're not allowed to leave the campus. So like if you wanted to go down to RF,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't stop people. It doesn't stop people from doing that. The other thing is that if you are going after lights out, for instance, that's not considered correct.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking into a teacher's place of residence is considered not correct.
I mean, makes sense.
Deep in the 100-acre wood.
So, it seems we have a variety of options which can be pursued. Would it be best to divvy up?
I am content to stay here and observe the 3rd game, if that is what the rest of my fang would like to do. I can procure information in other ways and at other times. There will be more games.
Don't look at me. I just do what I'm told. Unless I don't want to, in which case I do what I want.
But that's always second to doing what you're told.
Is
Right.
it?
Exactly. I think we all need to hone in on the most likely leads that will give us answers here as to the purpose of these games, as to the purpose of why this is happening. And personally, even though he's definitely not the one making decisions, I think Vieren's the way in. That's me.
Now, is that just because you know how to manipulate him?
I know what he likes. I mean, I know some of... Oh, boy. No, I know what he likes. It's also because... Well, he's got to have some information. Someone must have told him something. Whether or not that's what we can get out of him, I don't know.
Does he have an assistant?
Ooh.
Not as far as I know. But he's only been on campus at the beginning of this semester. It's possible they just haven't had time to assign him one.
And Sientel, you said that you volunteered to help him move things into his office.
Well, sure. I mean, why else wouldn't I? That just seems like a no-brainer if I want to ever go in there.
Do you think any other students also volunteered, and do you think maybe they continue volunteering to help him?
Students get duties all the time. I mean, there's that one who keeps running around delivering all those messages.
What if someone wanted to learn the finer points of command through presentation?
Then you go to
study.
class.
There's value in being taught outside of class as well, don't you think?
Are you going to teach us?
No, I was hoping Vieran might teach me.
You're going to have to talk to him, but he only... he doesn't seem to spend a whole lot of time around here on campus. He shows up for games and then he leaves.
He disappears.
Perhaps you could catch him on his way to the field and ask him to meet with you after the game.
Before or after the game seems like a good option.
Yeah.
Do your flattery thing.
My what?
You're speaking nicely to people.
Wear your house colors.
Yes.
I always do. He like taps his breastplate. It's like, red and
Yeah.
gold. it's a bit much, frankly. Of course, ideally, we just walk right up to the commandant and ask point blank what's going on. But I value
could do
my
that.
place here at the House of Bells. We could.
I mean, you're a golden child of House Cathak. Why not?
Well, silver child, but there's a little bit of an undertone of like,
Curses!
Actually, I look at Aresta, possibly bronze at this point. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
There is a way that we could ask the commandant. Could write her a letter.
We could write her a letter.
Dear Commandant, please answer all these questions. How would it
Love
go?
The fang of the
Oh,
lost
the
hand.
important thing is what you sign at the bottom.
Mm-mm.
It
Your
looks
worst
confusing.
enemy, and I will make you regret it if you don't answer. I'm no good at this.
No, apparently not.
Who would you sign it from?
It'd have to be somebody who she would trust.
That's impossible to know. We don't know who's on whose side right now, who's working for whom.
Then we find out.
I think I need to search, and she drops her voice considerably, Quartermaster Juin's room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that we can do. I'll get in trouble.
I will most certainly be caught because I am caught every time I try to do anything.
Not if I get in trouble.
Oh.
Oh. Yes. We have a socialize plan. We have a sneak plan.
Okay, we have the beginnings of one.
Aresta. What calls to you in this?
I would
Why am I speaking
prefer
like that?
to. I'm certainly not stealthy, and I don't have the charm of pyres. I think that my ability to study the games is the best thing I can offer right now, unless you need muscle elsewhere.
You're more than just your muscle.
I can study games and read novels, but I don't think that'll help us here.
The Commandant attends the games usually. This would be a perfect opportunity to see if anything is different about a game that does not include the three of us specifically.
Exactly. Who's watching? Who's watching more or less attentively?
We will have to make a list.
Yeah. No, it's true. I think that's a great idea.
I can take notes. I'll draw them
Feels
like
nice.
it's a sporting event. Study
I mean, it is.
the plays. Yes. My
And if she
short-
seems to be paying attention to certain students over others. It's a shame we couldn't get this same impression from our games.
Hard to say. She left before the end of the first game. I think. I guess. That's my recollection, is that she left
Damn, that's
right
cold.
right before or at some point.
She did not stick around for the end.
The
Yeah.
ending.
Whether that's that she left immediately after it was over or left before that is unclear.
Immediately after we were the game started, she was like, "Meh."
Poof.
It is not midnight. It is dark, but it isn't midnight.
Yeah.
Unless you're referring to where you live, Gilad Good, in which case.
It's
Probably. I think you're.
probably later,
yeah.
actually, yeah. But yes, Pyres has a meeting a little later on this evening.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the Commandant just really wanted nachos, like super bad.
Damn it, these lines are always so long.
Look, there's nothing that we can do tonight, right?
I'm following up on something, but it's
What
more
are you
of a-
following up on?
I'm just getting us some information.
From whom?
As the leader of this Fang, I think it's my responsibility to contribute what I can in terms of information.
From whom?
Why do you need to know?
Because I need to know everything.
Does it bother you that you don't know? Does it bother you? Gail whispered.
Really are dancing around that question. How good of a dancer are you, Pyres? Is that your plan for the evening?
Oh,
Dancing? I would like to read intentions.
You
yeah,
can get
he
two
does,
dice
he
for
does a
that
little
stunt.
two-step jig. Not do a two-step jig, but he does do a very high kick. Oh, hello, Super Dylan. It's like a
And my two
little
dice.
flare.
A Super Dylan raid.
Thank you for the resubs, Super Dylan, and welcome Raiders. Let's see what Pyres is up to tonight. I want to see his... Can I get his intentions for the scene?
Yes,
Is that
you can.
relevant to what I'm trying to get? Yeah. 1, 2.
Two
Two
successes.
successes.
Straight up.
However, like, while you don't get to know my intentions for the scene, Pyres is gonna finish his weird kick dance. Tepit Single Edge offered to meet me. You know, she and that other guy.
Kenton.
Thank you, Kenton. You know that Single Edge and Kenton have been poking around and doing their bit. I thought we could do a trade. I would tell her nothing, and she would tell me everything. Seems fair.
Why? Just because you're a nice fella?
It's more than that. She's convinced that we're involved in this. Let me rephrase. She's convinced that we know what's going on and that we're caught up in it. That we're
Then someone
somehow...
is going to have to come with you. I will attend to make sure that you're all right.
Not...
This is a good idea. It could be an ambush.
Whoa. We think Tepit Single Edge is trying to take me out or something?
You've
It's
destroyed
impossible to
2
know.
fangs. It would not be wise for you to go out alone at night.
I suppose the stakes have been getting a little higher.
Here I was
Alright.
gonna offer to weaken some threads on your buttons.
So
I know we can't
just,
fade to black, but I
Sientel and
really-
Flavian just both kind of.
Oh, I just assumed he was gonna flirt till he got what he wanted.
I assume that's plan B.
Is that what you want?
I just stand a little closer to Aresta and I just hold out like the buttons on my shirt. Like I just kind of like do this. Have at her.
Flavian just goes to her bunk and starts pulling off her boots.
Oh my.
Gil's gonna start writing on the chalkboard.
It's just the wall, obviously.
Just
but,
the wall.
I think you probably have figured out how to do your own clothes. They've probably not. You know, you had to learn when you came to the House of the Bells. You ran out of. They didn't let you bring a personal servant. I get it.
Right. Sorry. I don't mean to.
It's all right. If he wants to burst out of his shirt, all he has to do is just stuff his ego under there.
Are we gonna have a problem? Or is that good-natured?
Are you asking me that out of game or in game?
Nope. In game.
Depends on the kind of problems that you're looking for.
Traditionally, I look for any problems so that I can jump over them with grace and ease.
You know who I think likes that?
Tell me.
Everyone else.
Okay. Oh, respect is earned. You're right, of course.
It's
I'll see
not
if I can
about
do-
respect. It's more like I know that you're about to go off and see Tepit's single edge.
And?
I don't know how good you are at juggling all the people in your life.
Read intentions, please. I would be looking to see if Sientel has any intimacies towards Tepit single edge. Do I know that yet? No, I wouldn't know that.
Towards Tepit's single edge?
Members of the Fang of the Lost Hand. Is that too broad?
I'll let you do that.
Okie dokie.
Her guile is 4. You can get 2 dice for your stunt.
Thank you. Great.
But
Here
I'm
we
only
go.
required to give you one of them.
You're required to give me.
I only
One.
have to give you 1 intimacy. I don't have to give you all intimacies. Unless you roll 12 successes, in which case I might feel...
Comes to Papa. It's not gonna go well. Here we go. Hey! Oh, hey! Okay, sorry. Sorry, excuse me. No, I got 4 successes.
Okay, so then that'll do it.
That's something.
Sientel has a minor intimacy. Just is everyone going to start typing this, or should I just
Yep.
say it right out? Okay. Sientel has a minor intimacy towards the Fang of the Lost Hand, which is need for approval.
Oh. Got it. Right. I haven't yet gotten to take my juggling elective, and I give her a wink. You're right. I should mind my manners a bit more. Tepit single edge. Tepit single edge is she thinks that we are. I think that she thinks we're traitors. I believe that Tepit Single Edge thinks we're doing something dishonorable and wrong. And I don't like it. I won't stand for it.
So is that the purpose of your meeting then, is to convince her that you are not doing any of these things?
I just wanted to let her know that she's probably looking in the wrong place if she's looking into us.
Maybe this is exactly the direction she should be looking.
Mm.
For now. I'm saying if you know what she believes and she doesn't know where you stand, then we hold all the cards.
Are we accompanying you? Are we going to make sure that you're safe?
Yeah, but I don't think it needs to look like I, brought the Fang along.
I will stay here.
I already said that I would come with you, so I will. If that is all right with you.
Please.
Your wish is my command. Preference, Commander?
For what it's worth, I don't think we're in danger, but you're right. Being out at night, maybe something to avoid.
We'll be watching, Commander. Come. Better that there's 3 of us. We'd better get going.
All right. Single Edge would have told me where to meet her.
I hope she didn't.
I told you
You're just
at the forge.
At the forge. At the forge! Because, of course, that's where... Yes. Thank you. That's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's where we're headed. I'm bringing my weapons, because they hardly ever leave my side. I probably put on some sort of like black cloak or something. If I own one. If I own something that's kind of like, you know, a bit less red and gold.
Like a dark cloak?
I would like to, if I have one, I would be wearing it.
I want to
yeah.
roll for dark cloak.
I don't bring my Tetsubo. I do not bring my Tetsubo.
Okay. It's
Leave
pretty
it.
large, I guess.
It's a bit much. Comes with me to class, though.
Nice. I really like the idea
So that
of
when you
like,
raise your
taking
hand,
a-
you just like...
No, it just like casually like leans against my desk, you know, MBD.
sticking out into this like
Yeah.
the aisle.
Yeah.
I love that. This is me here.
I'm ready to go if you are. I'll stay here. The whole not leaving anybody alone after dark.
Yeah.
You two are gonna be okay?
Yes.
Good.
Take care of yourself. And don't give away anything you don't have to.
I'm not.
In
going
fact, don't tell them, don't even spend all your energy trying to convince them that we know nothing. Let them think that we know things. That gives us power too.
Okay.
In fact,
In fact, oh god.
you can close the door.
Yeah. That's so
In fact,
rude.
I wrote out some index cards for you.
Thank you.
Conversation.
Wow. This is just scribbles. There's nothing on here.
It's in code.
This
Oh.
is just a drawing of me with a knife through my head.
Oops, not that one.
I'll keep that one for later. Yeah, exactly.
This is just a paper with never mind.
Oh. Oh. Do you
This
like
is just
the,
Pyres plus Brevin like 20 times written down.
We're going for
So the 3 of you head out
On prior.
and the 2 of you stay behind. Because y'all can't stay together in a game. Ever.
Nope.
Haven't in
Especially
5
not.
years, won't start now.
absolutely not. Gotta split the party. What's
So-
the brand?
Heading towards the forge is a relatively easy thing to do. It's quiet on campus. The forge's fires, however, stay lit. It's just easier to keep them going. Sometimes not at full strength, obviously, like you just pile stuff on when you want to do that, but so there's still a glow that's coming out from it. Are you approaching them as a group, the 3 of you, or are you going in alone and having these 2 sort of stay off to the side, or?
I would like to suggest very kindly to my fangmates that, you know, because I had made the plan that I go in alone, but we agree on a signal.
Cool. We'll chill.
A wounded
somewhere
giraffe.
nearby.
Wah, wah. My God, that sounds like a wounded giraffe.
It's Pyres. He's in danger.
Fires.
It's actually just the sounds he makes when he is getting busy.
Yeah, I think he's got like a. Oh no, he did a little wolf whistle on the field the other day. So like one of these, right?
Yeah.
So that would be what he's gonna do.
Cool.
As long as he's not got a bag over his head or something before he can do that, I guess. But he should be fine.
When you go in, Tepit Single Edge is sitting next to an anvil, and she's just got a rag, and she is methodically just polishing her blade. Just sitting across her lap, just going over it again and again and again and again.
So I want to size her up for a moment, because I feel like we're not particularly close, despite both being fifth years. She was quite quiet in class, but has become quite a bit more vocal since then.
Yes.
What can I discern about the way that she's there? Does she seem sort of like tense? Anticipating something?
It looks like she's focusing on her task.
Okay.
Whether you want to know more, that's going to be a read intentions roll.
Okay.
With your new socialize.
Yes. And I'm just trying to figure, if I know anything else about her.
Tepit Single Edge, by the way, for people who will inevitably ask me about a description for her,
Yes.
is of average height and build. She carries herself with a braid that she has wrapped in a bun behind her head. Always tends to wear clothing that's just a little bit nicer than what you can usually get. It seems like she finds ways to get uniforms shipped to her from outside that still fall entirely within regulations and yet are fitted just a little nicer, maybe made of slightly nicer materials. It seems like she cares a bit more about about her appearance. Her skin is quite smooth. She almost looks delicate, but has definite strength in her arms and legs.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Appearance, I should ask as well.
Tepit Single Edge has an appearance of 2.
Okay. Just in case it becomes important for social actions. Yeah. So I would like to read intentions. To, I guess, try to discern. I mean, I can't really discern her intention for the scene, but at least, if possible, sort of, I guess, how her body language might be describing her current emotional state.
So you're looking for her intentions for this scene?
I mean, this is my question to you. Like, is that possible from body language alone? I could make some assumptions if it works.
You can tell at least what her emotional state is in terms of the scene by doing that. Yeah.
Okay,
but
cool.
You may not get a fully detailed answer. One thing that's important to note is that if you look at the read intentions is not a form of magic. You're analyzing the target's words and behavior to get a better feel for motives and intimacies, and I get to use common sense in deciding how much information can be gleaned. You might deduce that a young princeling is in love from a look of longing in his eyes for a wistful sigh, but you don't get to know the name of the person who he loves just because somebody's going, ah.
That's fair. That's fair. Cool. Yeah, I do plan on trying to learn a bit more a little later on, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to roll it. I suppose I should ask her guile.
Her guile is 3. Her skin, by the way, has a slight bluish tinge to it, and her hair color is blonde.
Cool. I did not succeed that roll.
Cool. So you suck. Anyway.
Yep, almost. Yep. Cool.
You don't suck.
So I'm gonna come in and just try to sit kind of near to her and just observe the care that she's taking with her weapon.
So as you sit down, it's clear that she's gripping the weapon to hold it steady. It's not like she's doing the whole like sharpening or like, polishing a shotgun before somebody shows up. Like that's not what's happening. She's got a task and she was completing it. And as you sit down, her motions become a lot more stiff.
So here I am.
Here you are.
I appreciate you wanting to meet with me. Or accepting it anyway.
So what can you tell me?
I mean, not too much, but I'm hoping that at least what I do know helps direct your investigation, question mark? Yeah. Okay. Well, as you know, our the Fang of the Lost Hand just appeared out of the blue one day. We haven't been told, as you know, what happened to Fangmates who we may or may not know much about, previous ones, other than the fact that they, like you know, are no longer here.
You're telling me a lot of things that I already know.
Yeah.
And that you know that I know.
Pyres needs to buy a half a second. Hashtag half a second.
I need to
To
refill.
determine a piece of to determine a piece of information that would be useful to drop into the conversation. In doing so, he's gonna just in trying to buy a moment, he's gonna look up straight into her eyes and just go, "Wait, how do I know I can trust you?"
Because you've known me for 5 years.
Known a lot of people for 5 years.
4 years.
4 years. I've known a lot of people for 4 years.
Have I ever given you a reason not to trust me?
Good point. We know. I wish I could tell you more about why the games were targeting us.
I can tell you that originally you weren't. You were always going to be part of the first game. You were not always going to be part of the second.
What do you think happened?
The message that was sent out originally didn't have your name on it. It was intercepted before it could be delivered and changed. And the only reason I know this is because the seal on both messages were different. Pressed differently, a different pattern of wax strippings.
Someone re-pressed it then.
Not that someone repressed it. It simply was gone.
Now this is very interesting because
Leanne was holding one, but then I saw her heading towards the barracks, turn around, and then when she was heading towards the barracks again, the pattern had changed.
I wonder then whether these games were always intended to pit two fangs against each other. Brackets, maybe, something like that.
I don't
Try to
know.
get... Yeah.
No one knows. I was hoping that you had some information. Aresta,
Yeah,
could you roll me a perception awareness roll, please?
I can.
Your difficulty is 3.
I think that in this context, I'm going to raise my awareness using a charm.
That seems like a good plan. Figure that out. I'm
Yeah.
going to continue talking to my good friend Pyres.
Hello. As I was walking by the game master's office the other day, I glanced in. Just a quick look, just to check my appearance on the glass or something. I saw the Game 3 note open on his desk. Our name wasn't in it. But if we're called up, then it'll have been changed again.
It makes some sense.
Yeah.
But it means that you're being targeted, but that originally you weren't supposed to be.
Someone's got it out for
Someone
us.
changed things. Two successes.
3, because I spent a
Ah!
automatic success.
You hear "they're in there," It's Kenton. There seems to be more people with him.
Want to turn to Sientel?
Sientel is not with
It's
you.
Flavian, the one with my cat.
Yes.
I can remember which one stayed, which one left.
Whoops.
Turn to Flavian.
Do we run?
I wonder where Pyres is. I thought I saw him going this way.
Are you saying that loud enough for him to hear?
For him and possibly the other people to hear.
Shoot. My fang's already looking for me. I thought I'd have more time.
We're just going
I'd
to
like
have to meet again.
Of course. I reach out and I just like impulsively, I just like grab Single Edge's hands.
Okay, so
Single Edge.
instead she says, we'll have to meet again.
I need to know which one of us is the target. If it is only one, or if it is all of us. I need your help, Single Edge.
Are you attempting to make a persuade action here?
I don't have an intimacy that I can work on.
Can you instill an intimacy?
Yes, but I need to use an intimacy. So so actually, John, can I read intimacies towards me?
You can, actually.
Oh, good. I'm gonna spend a point of willpower. Oop.
Guile is still 3.
Okay. Well, already part of the. Whoa. Okay, good. Saw the ones first, as I always do. 3 successes.
3 successes. She has a minor intimacy towards Pyres of fascination.
Cool. I'm just gonna write that down really quick. Single Edge, you have to believe me when I say I don't know why someone would be targeting me or any of my fang mates, but I know that you can help us uncover the truth, if that's something you want to do. It's to keep us all safe.
So now this is a persuade action.
Yeah.
You seem to be acting upon an intimacy. Which intimacy would that be?
It would be the intimacy of fascination towards me.
All right. That is going to be a... the way that you're doing it right now is a charisma presence.
Okay.
And her resolve is 3. I will give you 2 dice for your stunt.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to spend 2 motes as well for a success on the
Yep.
intimacy.
Aresta, you are now hearing...
On a dice.
Kenton is walking, and you hear the very distinct sound of the gentle clinking of Juin's dire lash.
Ew,
We're not
really?
like
Ooh.
out past like curfew or anything.
It's midnight. It's after lights out.
Yeah, it's true. Are we supposed to be in bed?
You're supposed to be in your barracks. This isn't nearly as bad as if you were like in the village,
Yeah.
but you're not supposed to be out.
I'd like to use deep listening palm, which lets me hear through surfaces. I'm trying to get a sense of the position of Juin
Sure.
and Kenton.
Pyres.
Yes, I got 7 successes on my persuade.
I'll see what I can find for you.
I really appreciate this, Single Edge. I realize it probably feels like this is just about me, but I know what happens to us will affect everyone at the House of Bells. And I love this place. I love this place. Yeah. So
That's nice. Hmm. That's nice.
Yeah, I'd say so. And with that, I am going to like give her hands a squeeze, and then sort of remember myself and like take them away, and stand.
Okay, while you're doing that,
Put my book back on.
So it lets me listen to the barrier as though it wasn't there.
yep. So you no problem there.
Yeah.
You hear Juin
Yep.
and Kenton. Kenton is saying, they're in there. I know that they've been planning this for a while.
Oh, so they're together.
Yes.
Okay, I thought she was gonna like possibly stumble up on him.
No.
Okay.
They're on the opposite side of the building that you're on.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm gonna continue ahead then. Whether or not Vivian decides to come with. I hope I don't walk in on him snogging someone. That would be really awkward.
That would be very awkward.
Come on,
Pyres.
Pyres. We've gotta get back to bed.
Hearing.
Going forward.
Mm.
Going forward into the forge or away from the forge?
Down whatever hallway I was, or like.
So the forge is its own building.
Okay, then towards the forge.
Pyres?
Hearing, if I can hear that, which I probably can, hearing the word snogging, I just kind of like give Single Edge a like, oh, me? That's wild.
She just like she rapidly pulls her hands away from yours.
Yeah. I should. Does anyone know you're here?
Just Kenton.
Right. Okay. I'll.
And then you hear some rustling at the door. You can now see that Juin is at the door and she's trying to open it to get in. Kenton is following her, looking like a contented lapdog and a cake has just fallen onto the ground.
Good evening. Up late, Kenton.
Juin stops and her head turns. And what are the two of you doing here?
Trying to locate our fangmate. We are concerned that the nature of the last two games has made us targets, and we want to make sure that Pyres is all right.
And why is he out after dark?
We are not certain.
Sit.
I sit cross-legged on the floor.
Flavienne does as well, and then Kenton, very happy, just doesn't seem to notice this command until Juin just casts him another glaze, narrows her eyes, and he sits as well. At which point, Juin kicks the door of the forge in, splintering it.
Oh. Would I have had time to like try to get out some other way?
Would you like to have tried?
Yes.
All right. That's going to be a wits, athletics, or
Okay.
wits stealth. Your choice. Whether you wanted to just like try to dive out a window or whether you wanted to try to hide and sneak past.
See, I was thinking about hiding and sneaking past, but I think Pyres would be more like, "Oh shit, it's the fuzz," and just like dive out the window or whatever.
You dive into the forge.
Well, I can't get out that way.
So what are you doing?
Athletics. Wits athletics.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. I am going to run over and grab Single Edge by the hand. I'm going to motion towards a window, throw the sort of like curtain covering aside, and help her out before rolling out of it myself.
Not like, I'm going to shatter the window with Tepit Single Edge's body.
Try to hold your arms in
Land
front.
on her.
All right, so this is actually going to be a charisma athletics roll, please.
Oh boy.
This is to see whether you get her out.
Okay. You know what? I think I'm gonna spend some.
So you'll get 2 extra dice for your stunt. Go ahead and roll. After that, the difficulty for this roll is 2, but then after that, the difficulty for you to get yourself out is going to be a wits athletics, and that's a difficulty 3.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that one goes, but I'll be able to.
So
okay.
as you're figuring that out,
Roll those back to back. Yeah.
I mean, I'd suggest setting up a game, but I think you'd just destroy me.
Are you interested in being better?
I thought that's the whole reason that you went to school.
Well, Gateway isn't a mandatory part of the curriculum.
It feels like it. Everybody plays. Not everybody's as good as you.
Well, of course, but I didn't train before coming here so I would be the best at the school. I played and strategized and made up sequences in my head because I love the game.
Why do you love it so much?
Because if something fails, then I can reconfigure and try again. I can always reset. There are infinite possibilities to try, and I will continue trying them until I've reached them all.
So you don't mind losing as long as you learn from it?
I do mind losing, Gateway specifically, but I do appreciate learning from it, especially if the one I am playing against is better than me.
I'm not better than you.
Maybe one day you will be. If I teach you.
Yeah, I'd like to learn. I find myself all too often going for a really aggressive game. It seems to be like I want to get it over with quickly.
Well, you have to also play your opponent. If they're going for an aggressive game, then if you hold back, then you will be the one in control.
And what kind of game do you play, usually?
I try to vary depending on what my opponent is doing. I do what you're not supposed to do, which is you play the person across from you rather than the game that really you excel at.
Doesn't that mean that your opponent's the one who dictates the flow of the match?
Yes. So
That sounds
don't
an
do
awful
as
lot
I
like
say
a,
or as I do, but learn from me however you can, I guess.
sounds like a water type strategy.
Whatever you want to call it, I guess. I know that it wins for me. So do you still want to play?
Yeah, of course I do.
Choose your army.
So, as you play, are you like giving her tips while you play, or are you?
I'm mostly saying things like, that's inadvisable because in 3 moves I could have your other side cornered and stuff like that. So every time she makes a move, I'm like, okay, but this is what will happen as a result.
All right, could I ask you to roll me either your charisma war if you're trying to be pleasant about it, or your manipulation war if you're trying to show her up?
Oh, well, Gail trying to be pleasant at it is still gonna fail. I can't wait. So charisma war
We
it
love
is.
a good charisma one.
Here we go.
And 2 extra dice for your stunt.
Thank you. That's 5 successes.
So you win.
Oh.
But one thing that I'll point out is that Sientel never seems to mind or get frustrated or angry or down on herself every time that you point out, which is often moves that she makes that are incorrect. You should also point out that she's not a hopeless player. She seems to be downplaying her skills somewhat. She's easily a decent player. She's clearly played the game, she's studied, she's not playing just by the seat of her pants. And there are times where she makes moves where you genuinely are like, oh, that's a strategy that I could have used, even though you recognize it and know how to counter it. But she seems quite patient.
You're better at this than you let on.
Maybe I'm just comparing myself to you.
There's no point in doing that.
Why?
because it won't change how adept you are at the game.
I thought I was supposed to play to my opponent.
No, I play to my opponent. You should not do that. You should follow your instincts. They seem to generally be good.
So what's good for you isn't necessarily what's good for me.
Exactly. I would not advise anyone play Gateway the way I play it. It's exhausting.
You're exhausted.
My mind is exhausted all the time.
Because you're thinking all the time.
Yes.
Do
I'm
you ever turn your
evaluating
mind
every
off?
possible scenario, every possible outcome, and I'm trying to foresee the different tactics that I can take to address them.
Do you ever just let go?
No,
That does sound exhausting.
it is.
How many hours of sleep do you get a night?
Depends on what's planned for the next day. If we have a day of self-study or a test, I generally sleep better.
That sounds lonely.
You don't need to feel sorry for me.
I didn't say that I felt sorry. I said it sounded lonely.
Well, when I talk to someone who is as eager to learn the truth about things as I am, it helps to share the burden.
I think we want truth for different reasons.
We go about it in the same way. So, how do you plan on getting into trouble tomorrow?
I plan on falling down.
What?
Oh, you don't think that I want to break a rule in front of Juin? If you break a rule in front of Juin, she'll bust your knees.
I know.
I plan to get in trouble and need some help. Some help that will take time and effort and attention. Sometimes it's good to be a little bit in distress.
If that's the way you're going to play. Admirable strategy.
I have to play my opponent, but I also have to realize what I'm willing to risk. And there are certain pieces that I'm not willing to trade just yet.
I don't think Juin trusts me.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I don't think Juin trusts me.
I don't think Juin trusts many.
No, but I think she specifically thinks I'm a traitor. I think there's a reason why I'm caught every time I try to do anything. I think she's watching me very closely.
Well, then we're just going to have to make sure that she watches someone else for a little bit.
Are you suggesting an alliance?
Yes. She reaches forward and takes your hand.
You lose.
What do you mean?
I reach over and I knock over the main piece.
Oh. Yeah, I lose. I thought that was the moment that you were going to tell me that I was the traitor, and that somehow you discovered me, and that this alliance meant that I was, I don't know.
And then I take out like a cat and I start petting it menacingly. Cat equivalent in creation.
Yes.
And those rolls, Pyres?
So, I am a man of extremes. Okay, so my charisma athletics roll to help Tepit single edge, I got 9 successes.
So you basically shot put her out of the window directly into her own bed.
Yes. I did get a success on my second roll, Wits Athletics, only because I got an automatic success for my charm. Otherwise, it would have been a pretty horrific botch. So it's a success, not enough for the 3 that you said.
So that means that as you're at the window, you're just about to push yourself up into it, but that's when Juin turns her head after the splinters of the door just crash in and she sees you alone.
Quartermaster.
Cadet?
I'll drop back into the room and bow my head and hopefully flush my face with some color. Can I do that?
Doing some late night maintenance?
Quartermaster, I don't like to admit weakness, as you know. I attempted to maintain some of my armor the other day here in front of the other students, and it was a miserable failure. A learning moment, Quartermaster.
And so you
And
decide to correct your armor in secret.
I was embarrassed.
Let us see the handiwork then that you have.
I
Quick parts.
remove the breastplate from my body. I definitely don't have time or the ability to, like, dent it or whatever at this point. So I will just lay it carefully on the table.
You notice, by the way, Aresta, that Tepit Single Edge is now scurrying away from the building because she's gone inside. You are still sitting outside. But then you see Kenton, who looks guilty when he also sees Single Edge running away.
Up late.
I don't understand what you said.
You're up late, Kenton.
Oh, up late. I heard ablate, and I'm like, that's an awfully
I heard
specific
plate.
word to use.
Yeah, no.
You're a
Up
plate.
Late.
That's a Gale whispered. move
Yeah,
right
that's a
there.
Gale move.
You're the one breaking the rules. Now I have proof.
So you went and decided to stick you in on your own, Pancake.
She's not even in there.
Unloyalty.
His eyes shift away from you for a little bit.
Hey.
Pyres,
Yeah.
this breastplate looks like you've done an immaculate job.
Thank you, Quartermaster. All I can see are the mistakes.
That's funny. When I look at you, that's exactly what I think.
I put my head up and I open my mouth to say something, and then I close it again, and I grit my friggin' teeth.
She lifts the dire lash from her belt and lets the actual whip part fall onto the ground. Do I have to be the one to explain that you are out when you should not be?
I do not need an explanation.
Tell me how you're going to correct this mistake, Cadet.
I suppose, Quartermaster Juin, I am going to ask you very, very politely what I can do for you. What help you need.
So I'm just going to point out, before I'm going to let you retake this sentence if you wish, you're essentially offering her a bribe.
I suppose that's true, eh? That isn't the phrasing I would want to use.
Yes.
When in Kathak.
Excuse me, House Kathak is not... Okay, look.
So
You
it's
scratch
just
my
it's
back.
it's fine
I
if that's what
scratch
you
your
were
back.
intending, but I will point out that this does sound an awful lot like you being like, so what do I need to get out of this? What can I do for you? Like slipping like 50 bucks, like along with your ID, and you hand it over.
Oh, my palms sure are greasy tonight.
Oh, gross. Just like the rest of me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So-
right, dodge while greased.
Slippery dodge.
She asks you the question, and how do you respond?
you have you've always assigned me duties as a cadet quartermaster. I would assign myself hours to volunteer, perhaps with Garavel.
You are attempting to dictate what punishment you should receive.
You asked me what I would do. That's what I would do.
You would accept punishment because you know that what you have done is wrong.
Yeah, quartermaster, you want me to lie to you? And then I cast my head down again.
Oh, I'm going to have to ask you to roll a manipulation and socialize on that one.
Coming in hot. Wow, Liz. Three successes.
Roll join battle.
Fuck. Okay. Hang on. I actually know how to do that. Oh, me. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah. Whoa.
So let's see what's happening here.
This should be interesting. Okay.
Yeah, interesting is a word that we could use for this.
Ah.
Oh, Pyres, we barely knew ye.
Hey, what? He's not necessarily gonna die.
Oh.
Whoops, that's B.
Good. Pretty good, Pyres.
They're in the forge still, I believe.
We're in the ship.
They're in the forge.
We're in the forge. Scalding hot stuff. My join battle roll is 8.
8?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Pyres. I will point out that I currently have you beat at 9 with Juin. You've heard this. Are you wishing to join battle yourself?
It's on the end.
Oh, yeah.
I can join battle and choose to not act. So
You
I
can. You'll start losing
defend.
initiative.
Yeah, that's fine. Then yes.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. Nirvana.
Seeing as how you're probably not going to choose to act, Juin is going to take the dire lance, and what she's going to do is she's going to attempt to slash just alongside the lateral edge of your legs, enough so that it'll wrap around. She's not attempting a grapple. This is a withering attack, but she is attempting to just kind of go like, what? As if she's trying to crack it against your knees.
6.
I'm gonna quick draw abandon, just enough out of my sheath to hopefully be able to kind of catch it as it's coming towards my leg.
You dare draw. All right. What's your defense? I'll give you 2 for. I'll give you 1 for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
thanks. Let's see where that is on this page. There we go. It is 5. Parry of 5.
5.
Yeah.
His defense wouldn't be lower because he took off his breastplate. His soak would be lower because he took off his breastplate.
Much worse.
2, 3, 4, 5. So no threshold successes, but I did successfully hit. What is your soak without your breastplate, please?
Yep. I'm just going to find that information here. How much from armor? Oh boy. My soak is 3.
Your soak is 3. Very well.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Pyres, you're losing 4 initiative.
Okay.
And Juin is gaining 5 initiative, putting her up to 14. Aresta, this would put you next. As I assume that you're going, like, you feel the dire lash, like, crack against your knee, not enough to actually do you any health levels of damage, but you definitely feel it. It has a weight to it, and each individual piece of that dire lash whispers against each other. The metal is razor thin. Go ahead.
I would probably know the name of Leanne and Kenton's Fang.
Yes, you would. Let's give it a name. They're going
Sorry
to
to
be.
do this on
That's
the
fine.
spot.
That's fine. They're going to be the Fang of the Bearded Skull.
Ooh. It's so metal.
I just want to step towards the doorway, which I know is standing up when she told me to sit.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Oh, damn. Fang of the bitter pill to swallow.
Pyres, you're all right. The bearded skull didn't get to you.
Okay, so that's a social action.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you to roll your manipulation and your presence. Please.
Oh,
But I'm gonna give you 2 dice for that stunt.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
All right.
No, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with my willpower.
Kenton is not getting up and he is not rolling join battle at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you decide to attack him, I should point out.
No.
At which point he will automatically then roll.
No.
Okay. Then it's Pyre's next.
Yep. Just checking one quick thing here. To uphold. Okay, no, that's not useful right now. With hope and abandon drawn.
So
I
you
want
fully
to-
draw them now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
I think the heat of the moment is like overtaking him. You know, like the fact that he knows he's under attack and that he's trying to sort of resolve it that way.
Yep.
He's just gonna take a defensive stance and just hiss at her. Quartermaster, I know I deserve my punishment. Tell me what it should be.
So you're just taking a defense action at this point?
No, I would strike back for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna withering attack. I am whipping Abandon around to try to just push the Dire Lash away, to try to get some distance between it and me.
Okay. She's just going to revolve just in one quick circle her Dire Lash to attempt to ward off any of your specific attacks. Go ahead.
Thank you.
The defense that you are looking for right now is 6.
Okay. Let's spend some motes, man. Spend a few motes. 6. Oh boy. I wonder if I can actually do this. Nine successes.
Okay, that's 3 threshold.
Okay.
Soak is 10.
Okay. So okay. Well, you know what? Like, if I have to fight a teacher, I'd rather it be the quartermaster. No, I wouldn't. I'm obviously in big trouble, guys. Somebody, please tell me what I'm doing wrong. 3 successes.
3 successes means that you cause her to lose 3, but you will gain 4, putting you at 8 and her at 11. That's round. Regain 5 motes.
Thank you.
Have any of you, by the way, should I be aware of your auras at this point?
No.
That's spending.
Right.
Very well.
Should be there, though.
Yeah, right.
You've just signed the death warrant of everyone in your fang. And she revolves and she cracks the whip just directly right in front of your eyes. Just pack, just enough to attempt to force you back even further towards the roaring fire behind you.
Okay. Pyres is momentarily stunned by this information that he obviously knows already, and he'll just throw his arms and his swords up in front of him. His heart's not in it, though.
The Wonder Woman defense.
Yeah, but not like, it's just like, like.
So the
Ow.
the Joss Whedon version of the...
Right, exactly. One of these.
I was making a Justice League joke, not a
Right,
other
not
joke.
Mm.
Anyway,
Anyway.
go ahead.
Yeah. So I won't boost my defense any further though.
So what is your defense?
It is. Where is it?
With your stunt?
5.
Sorry?
5. Sorry.
I love how the sound of this on this roll. That's 5 successes.
Oh man.
So no threshold successes. Your soak is still 3.
3.
Which is not great.
Oh, no.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she is going to take 6 initiative from you and gain 7 herself. That puts us then at Aresta's turn at 6.
Pyres, what are you doing? Juin isn't your enemy. There are fangs. I don't know why Kenton is here. You know that the bearded skull was trying to get to us.
So are you trying to sow discord, or are you trying to actually make a persuade action on Pyres?
I will put my effort towards persuading Pyres and allow my words to hopefully do other things.
What intimacy are you attempting to exploit?
Intimacy towards not being expelled. That's not very useful.
Sorry.
What he will get out of the House of Bells. I believe he has an intimacy in that realm.
Sorry.
Do you have an applicable intimacy towards the House of Bells for this?
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Set
Do
it up
I-
again.
Do I take a penalty to my resolve for that, or
Is it a minor, major, or defining?
it is a minor intimacy?
So you will take a -1 penalty to your resolve.
Okay.
If you have a different intimacy to help protect you, that will give you a bonus to your resolve.
Yes.
Gail, set up the pieces again.
I have a major intimacy towards battle.
Oh, shit. All right. So that gives you a +3 to your resolve. So essentially you have a +2 to your resolve. What is your resolve?
5.
Okay. So I will give you 2 dice for your stunt.
Okay.
This is going to be, this time you're appealing to him.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a charisma and a presence roll.
You're shaking your head. You're like, oh god.
You can spend willpower if you wish.
I'm
I'm
just
in-
trying to
I'm
say-
And you can
loving
spend
this.
motes. While you're working that
Anything
out,
for presence. No.
do people ever play you more than once?
Not too often, to be honest.
That
Bracken
can
does.
change.
What was that?
That can change.
I wouldn't want anybody playing against me if they found it unpleasant,
Even if you knew that you were going to win.
especially if I knew I was going to win.
So you don't relish the victory over others. You relish the victory for yourself.
Yes.
I am reading. She's reading intentions.
Okay.
She wants to know if you have any intimacies towards Gateway.
Okay. My guile is 3.
Okay.
You get a +1 if you put your
Nope.
bangs over your eyes.
Just
Well,
2
aw.
successes. Back to you.
3 successes, so insufficient.
3 successes, insufficient. He is enraged and in battle mode. Pyres, your initiative is currently 2, and you are next.
Yep, I'm going to, having heard both Aresta and perhaps more importantly in this moment, Quartermaster Juin talk about our lives being on the line. I'm going to drop my swords on the floor, and I'm going to just step towards her with my arms outstretched. No one's lives need to be on the line, Quartermaster. I made a mistake. Punish me. This isn't even a real fang I'm a part of.
So that would normally entail, I should just point this out, this is normally going to entail you to lose 2 initiative,
Okay.
which means that you crash. You're okay
Yeah.
with this?
Yes, I am okay with
Boy. All right.
crashing myself. Achievement unlocked. Let's go.
Which means that Juin is going to gain 5 initiative from you breaking.
Really, that happens even if you aren't.
Yes.
Okay.
Because she's considered the source. She was the
Okay.
last person to steal initiative from him.
If I gain 5 from my own crash.
Oh my
No,
god.
just kidding.
Crash yourself, gain 5.
Yes.
Get out of crash.
So you're in the danger zone, Pyres. You're now at 0. And Juin is now at 23. Round.
5 modes.
Are you yielding to her?
Yeah, I'm throwing myself at
She
her
is
mercy.
attempting a grapple action against you. Are you just going to yield it?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't
Her
mean I
dire
won't research
lash
later.
winds itself around and around and around and around, and then its edge just locks against itself as she now has it around your wrists, and she starts dragging you, whether or not you come with her or whether she is pulling you along outside of the forge.
I'm going along, but I am shouting. I'm shouting about the unfairness of it. I was trying to better myself. Yeah.
All right. So that technically means that she loses 3 initiative because she used a gambit on you. Oh, 3 initiative. There we go. You now see her pulling Pyres out of the forge. Her dire lash is wrapped around. She's essentially grappling him, but because the dire lash is a weapon with the grapple quality, she can do this with her weapon.
Sweet.
I'm gonna sit back down. Now that he's the dude.
Enlighten me as to what you were trying to tell your fangmate.
He was called out in the dead of night by a member of the Bearded Skull. Now I see Kenton here, having brought you to find him.
Her gaze narrows at you, and you get the very distinct impression that she is probing you for lies. What is your guile?
3. I hadn't increased it earlier. Someone in chat mentioned because of my socialized, so I'm not raising it.
But you are telling the truth.
I am.
I mean,
Tho-
you're not
those-
telling the entire
Those
truth, but you are
what
telling
I
the
have
truth.
just stated is entirely true.
Yes. I mean, you're leaving out the fact that, like, this happened a while ago and that you didn't know that it was specifically an ambush, but doesn't matter.
No, but we came under suspect that he
Yes,
might
you
be in
did.
trouble.
Yes, you are allowed to drop your guile. You can always
Yeah.
just be like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
You can know.
Okay.
You
Cool.
can know.
And then she looks at Kenton. Explain, cadet. Were you attempting to trap these? And Kenton says, No, quartermaster. I was aware that I saw him leave, and I came to you immediately. So you decided to sell out your fellow soldier to me. For what purpose? And Kenton looks at Aresta like,
Why were you up so late?
you drew upon the quartermaster. And she yanks the dire lash, and you can feel it cutting into your arms, and then it unwraps and comes right back to her hand, and she puts it back onto her belt. You are now quite cut up on your arms. I'm not going to take any health levels from you, but you ow.
Yeah, big ow. But I'm gonna try not to touch them as I put my arms at my side.
Surrender your artifacts to me.
Quartermaster, I will ask once. Please. Not that.
Cadet Aresta, it would seem that you have a better chance of convincing your fangmate to follow a direct order than my own Direlash. And unless you want to see all artifacts from your fang confiscated, you will see to it that he gives the appropriate response to an order I will not repeat.
Pyres? Please. I would hope that should we be pulled into yet a third game, there may be some consideration of, but even so, artifacts are earned.
You're right. You're right, Aresta. I'm sorry, Quartermaster. And I'm gonna go and get my
Because you
weapons.
dropped them.
Because I dropped them back in the forge, so
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna turn my back on the Quartermaster
Yeah.
to go get them. I'm gonna go and retrieve them and bring them to her.
Cadet Kenton, you will find the rest of your fang. You will account for their whereabouts at this very moment. You will report to me tomorrow morning what each one of them was doing at this time. If you lie to me, you'll know. Go. And he scrambles up and he takes off like a shot. And as he's running, he glances back and there's a look in his eye at Aresta, and it's sheer fear.
I'll take it.
Snitches gets.
Just gets
Cadet Aresta, pick up his weapons.
I will do so as gingerly as possible.
If I am to see him carry these weapons again, it is because he has earned that right. You are going to be the one to determine when that has occurred. If I see that he's holding the weapon before this time, every artifact of your fang is to be confiscated.
Understood, Quartermaster.
Dismissed.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
I'm just gonna nod. I don't trust myself to say anything.
She's just standing there.
Okay.
She
Yep,
she
we're
actually
going.
she turns slightly away and then she says, "Oh, and Cadet Pyres, you are
Quartermaster.
responsible for informing your fang that it will be the 5 of you who will replace the door that was lost for the forge."
I will. Thank you.
Before first light tomorrow.
Of course.
And then she starts walking away, not towards the barracks, not towards the forge, possibly towards the teacher's lounge.
Or just off into
I
the
need a
woods.
drink.
Never see her again. Who knows? Ow.
Where are we going to find a door?
Our barracks, I guess. That's only really half a joke. I mean, nobody should have to deal with it. That's
Why
obviously
did
my
you
fault.
draw on her? And I'm like walking us back towards our barracks.
Flavienne stands up and starts trotting behind the two of you. She looks mortified.
As she should. It's really embarrassing.
Oh, God.
I think I just I don't know. She said that she could see all my mistakes. Maybe that I am a mistake. I don't know what she meant. It just really got
Is that
me.
all it takes to set our commander completely off his mind?
I know it's not her job to respect us, but I really don't appreciate someone who is here to help guide and protect us treating me like a second-class cadet for any reason.
We're all
Unless I
second
earned it.
class compared to her.
Yeah.
We're cadets.
No. No, I refuse to believe that I'm second class. A commander? Perhaps. She outranks us? Yes. But not second class. You deserve everything that you earned and worked for, both of you.
Thank you, Flavienne. I'm not feeling that right now. Obviously.
I'm gonna have to do what she asked.
You should. I'm a menace, apparently. You know,
I
the
get
worst
it,
part
you're
is
upset, but you are not a menace, Pyres. Come on.
I don't know if I am better than this, Aresta. I didn't even... Single-edged, like... She told me something. I guess it was interesting. It wasn't as useful as I thought it would be. They don't know much yet. And I just lost my cool with the quartermaster.
She's playing us. She's been playing us since the day we got back. Since classes resumed. You can't
thought
let
she
her
was-
keep playing you.
I thought she was on our side. I thought maybe she was trying to help us. Somehow.
She reports to someone else. She's already told us that.
Yeah.
Do we trust whoever this person is that she won't mention? Gail trusts no one. She weighs every angle.
I'm not Gail.
Speaking of Gail, is there anything else that you do for fun?
I guess I don't really have a lot of time for anything else.
Why not?
Because every single social interaction and test and class and book has to be analyzed and counter-analyzed over and over and over again.
Analyze me.
Oh.
Why?
Because I want to know what you think I want out of this.
Well, I think that you were hurt when I said that I didn't trust you right away. I think that this opportunity with the Fang of the Lost Hand is different from the Fangs you have belonged to in the past. You've said that yourself. I think that you're trying to find out who you are independent of what your family expects. That's typical of many Dynasts, I know. But I also think that you underrate yourself. I think that you have completely defined yourself based on other people's perceptions of you. So even though you say you're trying to find out who you really are, it's still based on what somebody else tells you you are. So I don't know if you'll ever know when that moment has come.
And here I thought that you just wielded Soaring Eye. I didn't realize that you could just cut me open and see inside me that easily.
I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
I didn't say I was uncomfortable. I feel seen. Brevin never saw me. He knew what I could do. He saw me as a weapon and as a tool and as a soldier. And at the time, that's all I wanted to be.
I don't think that's true. I think you allowed yourself to be seen that way because it was easiest. So much of us at this school, all we want to do is survive. So we take the easiest path for that.
You're
once
after
you're out-
something more than that.
What will you do when you graduate?
I would love to say that I'll do what I want. I just don't know whether I'll have that option, you know? I want to be special because I am special. Not because
Not
somebody
because
told me
somebody
that I was.
else tells you that you're special.
That's right. That's right. And it would be at this point that the three of you, if you were heading back to the barracks, would arrive.
Yep. So I'm going to walk in. I'm fuming. I don't have my swords. I'm just going to stand in the middle of the room and look around at the rest of the Fang. Updates, news, Fang of the Lost Hand. We have to replace a door before sunrise. I would suggest now rather than later this morning.
Replace a door? Yes,
Yes.
Juin took out a door.
Yeah. It's falls to us to replace it. I would also like to nominate Aresta to be leader of the Fang of the Lost Hand. But I'm
And
taking
once again,
suggestions.
Sientel and Flavian just kind of go, What it, not like Mortal Kombat to find out who gets to be commander? You just tell her?
Paris is taking a step back briefly. Juin knew exactly where to stick him.
It was
She
an
got-
ambush, wasn't it?
Right under his skin. Yes, an ambush accompanied by Juin by Kenton because he can't even be dirty his hands enough to bring his own fang mates.
He knew about the meeting.
Of course he did.
Why bust it up? He doesn't get anything out of that except I
He
guess
clearly thought he would.
He's being ruled by his emotions. He's jealous that one of his fang mates is more interested in another fang.
I'm gonna sit down really heavily on my bed when she says that ruled by emotions.
I'm just gonna casually lift my case full of way too many books that I store upside down so that the lid's on the bottom. Casually lift it, put his artifact weapons in it, close it, and relock it.
So good.
What did Single Edge say?
She told me that because of the way the seals were organized before and after she saw it, that the Game 2 note didn't have our Fang on it originally, that it was changed. Somebody changed the game so that we would play again. That's what she told me.
This is
Sientel quietly slips out of the room, or at least is looking like she's going to slip out of the room unless somebody moves to stop her.
Sientel,
Hmm.
what are you going to do?
I'm supposed to find a door.
Wait. 1 second. Because if these games are being changed, then they are being changed on their way to being delivered to the barracks. Wouldn't it be convenient if we would find ourselves outside at the time of delivery?
Outside?
Perhaps if we were already outside fixing a door.
I was also going to find out what I could about Kenton.
Perhaps if you are going to draw Juin's attention tomorrow, it would be prudent to not do anything else to draw her eyes tonight.
Fair enough. Pyres, if you don't want to be commander, that's fine.
I can't right now.
Why? Because you don't have your sticks?
I'm gonna stand right back up and just like roll my shoulders a little bit. They are not sticks, and you know it.
Pyres, it's been a long day.
She chucks her thumb over at her rack staff, which is leaning up against the wall. That's a stick.
Yeah.
Those are sticks. And then she points at the Tetsubo.
Stick.
Big stick.
I point to Gail's to Soaring Eye. Round? Stick?
So as you point, she takes her finger and she just puts it against yours.
Oh.
So I'm going to see if I can get this captured. Wraps it like this, just so that she's holding it. It's not like a violent action. It's quick.
no.
Whoop.
No, it's like the whole.
No, just tender.
Yeah.
You already made your choice. But if you don't think that you can command because you're not holding your sticks, because you make one mistake and then you get caught out for it, then maybe you never deserved command in the first place. But if you can tell me that you are still Pyres 100% without your sticks, that might be worth knowing. So what is it?
How about both? I am Pyres without my sticks, but maybe I wasn't meant to lead this fang. Does that sound like a plan?
Are you accepting this? She's still holding onto your finger here.
I am.
Playing shift commanders often.
Shows instability.
We've existed for 72 hours.
Yeah, that sounds right.
We can use this to our advantage.
Gail?
I'm just saying. Pyre's screwed up. He's now seen as a loose cannon, which means he can do anything, which means people will talk to him, people will confide in him.
Maybe.
She lets go.
Okay.
We make a
Now
show
is
of
the-
playing by Juin's rules. Yeah, sorry.
Now is the perfect time for you to go to Viren, by the way.
Not right now,
No, not right now.
because I'm.
Because you've lost the respect of your fang and you need to get it back so you can be a true commander of House Kathak.
Oh, I didn't realize I had lost the respect of my whole fang.
No, I'm saying embellish it a little bit. Do your thing. You're still Pyres, aren't you?
That's what I said.
I can't see his chest. I'm not sure.
Pyres remembers immediately that his breastplate is just still like just fucking lying in the in the forge where he left it. He sadly unbuttons his. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'll meet you at the forge.
Commander, what would you have us do?
Sientel, you had plans?
Yes, I was going to see what I can do to find a door. After that, I was going to help put the door back up. After that, I was originally going to see what I can do to make sure that Kenton suffers, but Gail Whispered seems to have other plans. And seeing as how I just got 1.5 destroyed, I am inclined to believe that I should do what she says.
Excellent. Make it so.
She bolts out of the room.
For what it's worth, my plan was to join her for part 2 of those 3.
I still think
Commander.
that the actual application of the door should be kept until just before sunrise
Just in case that times out.
to try to time it for when the letter is delivered. We can see if Leanne veers off course and where she goes.
Do you think it'll be delivered before sunrise?
It's usually delivered before our morning exercises.
True.
Which is pre-sunrise. Hey, logic checks out.
Can we not use having forgotten Pyre's breastplate as enough of an excuse?
The whole group of us? Sure. Whatever you think is best, Commander.
Your tactics involve all 5 of us. You want the barracks to be empty.
So that they're forced to deliver the letter there,
Yes.
to where we are. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, looks like we may have to stay up all night putting the finishing touches on it.
And if
Do a
we
good job.
fail, we go into a game unrested.
Well,
It's not a great plan.
this may not be one of my best strategies, but it would be interesting to see what happens if the lost hand should fail. What will they do to us?
And if we aren't the target of the game, we should spread out.
Yes, agreed.
Increase our chances of intercepting Leanne.
Right, so Sientel and I...
Catch a couple hours.
Yeah.
Up before dawn.
Duh.
Pyres,
Is that a thing we're doing?
I don't know.
Right.
I think we need some fresh air.
I will step outside.
You are so concerned with being considered second. You're not. Or if you are, it's because you're second of thousands. You don't see the others of your house. The me's, the others of our year, of this class at the House of Bells. Those younger and older than you. You are at the top, and you see the one person ahead of you. Pyres, you have so much to offer. You are your only obstacle.
When you grow up only looking ahead, it's really easy to see what's in front of you. Only.
While you're standing outside, in the distance, you see Sientel, who's carrying a big door just above her head, just like trotting along.
Whistle time. I like elbow him. Whistle. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I let
Yep.
out a, well, it doesn't have to be a big whistle.
Yeah.
Don't want to wake everybody up.
You see also...
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's see what you see. Could I have both of you rolling me your perception awareness, please?
Yes. Not to cap that
I'm gonna
conversation
spend some
with the
notes.
rest necessarily, but like, Pyres is misty-eyed and doe-eyed towards you right now. He's like,
The Misty Doe.
I developed that tactic,
I'm gonna
technique.
add a
Wait,
success.
perception awareness? Here we go.
That's Pyre.
That's our Pyres.
Flivienne, with Gail whispered, I see that you are perhaps more comfortable just giving your advice as opposed to being the commander yourself.
Yes.
I know how that feels.
You don't seek to be a commander.
I am a soldier. I am hopefully a good soldier.
I think you are. You seem very loyal and very competent.
I know that we are all supposed to be learning how to be officers, tacticians, commanders. And yet I feel as if what I am right now is effective as somebody willing to do what's right. Does that
It is
mean that I do not belong here?
It means that there are not as many of you as there should be in the realm.
She dips her eyes and she smiles slightly and then heads back to her bunk. Awareness rolls?
1 thanks to my automatic success.
I got 1 success.
All right. So neither of you noticed the thing that I was going to tell you.
Oh, just darkness.
Damn it.
And Sientel with the door.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Kenton falls into a pit. No one catches it.
Help me.
I like wave.
There's just an injured swan out on a pond,
Mhm.
and Juin just walks out on top of the water to heal the swan with her hands.
Wow.
Anathema!
believe
Sorry.
73.
Nice.
You can notice where Leanne is going.
Oh. Shit.
Did I say Leanne?
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, so like I think Pyres has said his piece, but he's really looking like up at you, and it's obvious like he's quite moved by what you're saying.
He's looking up because, like, if he cries more, it'll make his mascara run.
Yeah. That
I just
move.
have to reapply this. Hang on. Ah. Be great. Actually, sorry, that's a good scene for later. All right.
Did you notice Leanne or did I notice Leanne? Who noticed Leanne?
Aragorn, I think.
Oh, Eric.
That's my understanding.
Crap.
Yeah.
Nobody
Did
noticed.
you?
Did you?
Not
Did
even
anyone?
there.
I was like, why are we doing anything?
I'm gonna. Whoa.
Sorry. So we saw Sientel with the door. We whistled, and then you said we could see where Leanne is going.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Only Aragorn sees, apparently.
Oh, Aragorn. Okay, I understand now. Great.
I'm going to motion towards the forge, but like let Aresta, go.
Yeah. No, I'm gesturing Sientel back this way.
She
Oh, yeah.
trots back.
Yeah.
She's holding a door. It's probably a little too big.
That's okay. We'll make it fit. Stuck. No force for
Today
you.
on DIY with Aresta. You got a door, it's just too big.
Do it your stealth.
I don't have any nails for this particular operation, but I've got 2 hammers.
And a bat smash.
Perfect fit.
Oh no. Yeah, straight through the. Incredible.
New tactic. Thanks for fetching the door. Catch a few hours. We're up before dawn. And I want us to all. I'm gonna take the door. Or. And walk us back towards the barracks.
Okay. So you're going to bed?
I am not going to sleep.
Oh.
That's
I'm
okay.
going to try to catch a few hours of shut-eye. Yes, as per Commander's orders.
Gail's trying to get to sleep by reading the book she took out of the library in session 1.
What is it?
The treatise on the events immediately following the disappearance of the Scarlet
Oh,
Empress.
that's a real snooze fest. Yeah, good. No, it's actually probably really exciting.
It is.
Holy shit.
All right. I'm going to ask once again for all of you to roll a perception awareness roll.
Okay. What I can do about this? Oh, that's better.
Nothing.
Okay, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you doing? If you were, I'll get to you two in a second. What are you doing then while you're not sleeping?
I'm going to pull out a notebook and start trying to figure out what the heck I'm going to do in command of this fang for the next few days. So I'm planning.
Okay.
Got a plan.
Trying to.
Hires,
Yeah.
you will notice that Leanne, at about 3 a.m., is returning from from Vierin's cottage, holding a scroll. She's headed not towards your barracks, but towards the 6th year barracks. She's actually holding 2 scrolls, I should say. Sorry, not just one.
Okay. Right. That makes sense.
And for you, Gail whispered, you equally notice this, but you also notice that there's literally only one person in the barracks who is asleep. It's Flavienne.
The rest of us are all pretending, I guess.
Sientel has buried her face in her pillow and is trying very hard to make it look like she's asleep. But she is very quietly crying. Flavienne is sleeping quite peacefully. Pyres is awake because he heard something outside, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe you weren't sleeping. That's up to you.
He's probably like trying to sleep, but like rubbing his wrists and being like, ow, ow, ow. Trying not to do that too loudly. Just in my ears.
Okay, so Leanne is leaving. Oh boy, so sorry. That was not good.
She shoots for 3. Air ball.
Ooh. Gail's gonna go over to oh come on. Go over to Sientel and say, Leanne's on the move.
Sorry,
Leanne's on the move. Basically, not acknowledging.
All right.
What
So she
she's-
pulls the
what she
following
noticed.
maneuver. So she has her head in the pillow, and then she up, like scraping the pillow up against her face to clear any sign that she was crying, and is like rolls out of bed, pulling, instantly just wrapping herself in a dressing gown.
Leanne's on the move, everyone. Whoever is coming with us, our cover is the door.
Yeah, I should.
What are you doing?
I was gonna go to the washroom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it.
It's okay.
Do you want to stay behind?
No, I thought the plan was that we're supposed to be out.
Yeah,
But
so that we.
Scott, if you need to
right,
run
so
to
we
the
all-
washroom.
We need to step out. Yes. So yeah, so I'm also like, up and ready to go. My shirt's on.
Scott,
It's a
go
little-
ahead, go, Scott. We can
I
do
am,
other
yeah.
things while you're doing that.
I just wanted to respond.
The panic in your eyes. It's like, come on, Scott. We're going to install a door.
Yeah, so I'm gonna grab the door, except I'm gonna take the weight and be like, oh, I need you all to help me carry this. It's so heavy.
We do this as a fang.
Yes.
Yes.
Put off where and when you need to.
Light as a feather, stiff as a door. Light as a feather, stiff as a door. Light as a feather, stiff as a door. Light as a feather, stiff as a door.
Whee! Oh
I
my
bind
God,
you,
it's-
Nancy. I bind you from doing harm to yourself or harm to others. I bind you, Nancy.
Holy fuck.
What, none of you saw The Craft?
It's been clearly way too long.
Oh, wow.
Nowhere, Gwen.
Scoots!
He's gone. He can't hear your disdain.
He's making a stink of bed. Sorry. Yeah, so split off when and where you need to. I'll get the door done. Somehow.
But I'm the wood aspect. I know how to.
Okay, you can help. Or you can take it yourself. I just feel like you're better at lots of other things too. We don't just have to use you for your ability to deal with wood.
Oh, okay.
You're worth a lot more than that to us.
Oh. Well, thank you. So what are you doing?
I'm carrying the door to the barrack. To the forge.
I'm continuing fake holding the door until I see Leanne, and then I want to try to break off and follow her.
Okay. That's not going to be difficult for you to break off and head out there. Flavienne is going to come with you.
Cool.
Sientel is going to wait to find out what Pyres is doing. But right now, Pyres is indisposed.
He's just like hovering along next to the
He's T-posing.
Pyres is T-posing.
We lost tracking on Pyres' rig, so
Okay. Is that a good thumbnail for the episode, do we think?
Right?
Yes.
Yes, done.
Oh, can you face the webcam fully?
Yeah, of course. I'm just kidding.
marker.
Marker.
Done.
Oh boy.
So Gail Whispered is breaking off from the group to follow Leanne. However, Sientel and Aresta have decided to go on forward and repair the door. What are you doing?
I think I will assist with the door. I don't think there's need for. Ooh, unless there's someone else's like quarters that I can cover in terms of like where Leanne might be headed. No, you guys are following, so that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna help Aresta and Sientel with the door.
Retrieve your
All right.
breastplate.
So,
Yes, breastplate.
how much
need that.
crafts do the two of you have?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a Cusack.
Cool. So Sientel repairs the door.
Oh, how much crafts does she have?
I'm not telling you.
More than nothing.
She's in craft.
I assume Pyres retrieves his breastplate.
Yes, I put it back on my body, and I'm modest about my chest all of a sudden for some reason.
Yeah, this is the amount of crafts that Sientel has. That. Gail,
Yes.
Leanne is headed towards the year 6 barracks.
I would like to follow and see if she deviates from her course to potentially meet with this person who's going to change the game parchment.
If they do.
So
Like Single
she,
Edge does.
at first, she goes into the year 6 barracks and then almost immediately comes back out only holding one scroll.
Okay.
And then she turns and she's now headed towards the 5th year barracks.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
Indeed. I would like to continue following along at a safe distance.
She stops, however, because there's a figure who approaches her halfway between the barracks from behind a tree.
Okay,
He
I
hands
want to.
her 2 scrolls. What do we do?
We get as close as possible without being seen.
All right, that's a wit stealth. How are you planning on getting close?
staying amongst the foliage, the topiaries on campus.
There are no topiaries at the House of Bells.
It's like Gail shaped. She's just standing behind it, you know?
I
They're all shaped
rip
like
a tree
swords.
out of the ground and hold it in front of my face.
Burn 'em wood.
burn 'em with this shit.
Very good.
Well, yeah, I mean, I will, like, try to hide behind trees, I guess.
Okay. So roll me your wit stealth, 2 dice, go for it.
Oh, thanks. Did that count as a night's rest? What we
Oh,
just did?
hell no.
Yeah, I figured. Okay.
What are you rested? Vivienne's kind of rested.
Yeah, Flavian's rested. That's 3 successes.
Okay. So you manage to get close enough that you can determine that the person who has handed off these 2 extra scrolls also says, "You're going to have to get the old one back."
Is that Sepe?
Sounds like him.
Yes, it does. Okay. Okay. And so as soon as that happens, does Leanne then go?
She turns around and heads back towards the 6th year barracks.
Okay.
However, this figure just stays next to this tree, waiting. Standing in the shadow so that it's not directly in the moonlight.
The shadows.
I turn to Flavienne.
We have a decision to make. We need to choose which one to follow. And I choose him.
Do you wish me to follow the other one?
No. No, in case he's meeting somebody else, I should not be by myself.
I will remain with you. You do see, however, Leanne coming back out, now holding 3 scrolls, and then Leanne crouches down, and with a touch of her fingers, one of the scrolls alights, burns away quickly. And then she heads towards the 5th year barracks.
Okay.
The figure then climbs up into the tree. It's a dense, dense tree. Lots of branches, lots of leaves.
Okay. Gail can wait patiently. Can't stay up that tree forever. So
Roll me your
Maybe.
perception awareness, please.
Yeah.
Maybe he can.
maybe he can.
I don't know.
Well,
You ever sat in a tree all day?
I just live in a tree. Doot, 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 doot.
Tree is actually like a secret tunnel. Shit, I said it.
Oh my god, a sequel.
Secret tunnel.
2
Secret
successes
tunnel.
for me.
I suppose I should roll for Flavienne.
Please do so. She's great.
How long do you choose to wait by this tree?
well, I'm also watching to see if Leanne leaves again, because that means she's looking for us, because none of us are in the barracks.
Okay.
So I'll continue waiting until either that figure moves or Leanne comes out again, or neither.
So you glance down and you see that Leanne is now carrying no scrolls and is moving away from the 5th year barracks, headed towards the 2nd year barracks now.
And that's where she sleeps, presumably.
Yes, she's a 2nd year.
Or is she?
That's a question you could ask yourself, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop you.
Does she need to sleep?
Yeah.
But in that moment where you look down, you hear a rustling of leaves above you.
I look up.
Well, it's pretty dense foliage.
I would like to leap straight up in the air. Yep.
Don't do this inside, friends.
That's that, I guess.
Breaks around.
Please roll me your Dex Athletics.
Mm.
I'm going to give you a your difficulty is going to be no. I'm going to give you a -1 penalty because it's dark.
Okay.
So you lose 1 die from your roll. But this is just a difficulty 2.
Did I stunt that for
Yes,
my
you did.
chutzpah? Okay, cool.
Chutzpah.
With my
Yes,
chutzpah.
the chutzpah. Nothing else.
Just for the
Chutzpah?
chutzpah. Ooh, 3 successes.
Okay, well, as you jump up, you manage to just make your way around most of the leaves, every once in a while just grabbing one and pulling yourself up. So you get to the top, and you see that there's quite some distance away, fluttering in the wind, is the figure who has leaped out of the tree and is now headed away.
Okay, he's leaped out of the tree to the ground?
No. Up and out. He's headed towards other trees in the forest.
Oh. Well, I'd like to try to follow him.
Okay.
Hopefully Flavienne comes with me. Ooh, if I do my my air aspect leap,
Yeah, that
is there
would
a
be...
chance I could overtake him?
So it seems like that's possibly what this person is using.
But wait, Sepe was an air aspect, was he?
Hmm.
I can't remember.
To the wiki. Ah.
That's what I'm up to.
No,
Right.
Sepe's a water aspect.
It's Sepe's brother. So is this weird to see
Airy.
somebody that I think is Sepe?
So it's not necessarily like you have to be air aspect in order to be able to move like this. Like there are athletic charms and stuff like that that can do
Okay.
similar things.
Yep.
Okay, well sure. I'm gonna spend my 5
Alright,
modes
you
move
are-
action.
You're in pursuit. Let's go back to
I'm in
Pyres
pursuit, Thank you.
and Aresta.
I am certainly doing my best to try to help Sientel with the door. I don't know my way around any tools, but I'm doing my best because I
It
want to.
takes Sientel all of 3 minutes to get the door set up. It's a door. It's not too hard.
All right. I guess we should slowly mosey our way back towards our barracks.
I wonder if they found anything.
Is there a detour we can take through past the 2nd year?
I'm pretty sure the quartermaster wouldn't approve of any shortcuts or detours. Yeah.
Okay, so Juin's quarters are basically close to our barrack. Viren's, where are they in relation to our barracks?
So Juin is unique in that her office, she has an office in each barracks.
Okay.
Her sleeping quarters are also close to the barracks because she's the one who's sort of like the first responder.
Yeah.
However, all the others are kind of off towards the administration section.
And that's not in the same direction
No.
from the forge.
No. So, I mean, doors up.
Let's
looking better, and she wraps her fist on Pyres' breastplate.
Yeah, not too bad, huh?
You look kind of naked without it.
It's not all bad.
Did I say it
Right.
was bad?
No, you did not.
let's take the garden path back. So outside rather than through any building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep
Are
our
we
eyes
looking
peeled.
for her?
Anyone? Anything?
Sure.
You do see Gail Whispered leap out of a tree.
I like start to call out, and then I don't because I'm. Yeah, I know.
Sientel just tracks her with the arc.
Sit rep.
I can't move that fast.
We're still down Flavian. Who is?
She was with...
Yeah, so
was
do
her?
we see her if we see Gail?
No.
Yeah, does she
'Kay.
also leap out of the tree?
She's on the ground next to the tree.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'd like to get my bearing.
Okay. She's leaping towards the forest.
Yes.
She's leaping towards the forest. Flavienne is standing next to the tree and is now watching, and there's, you can't see her expression, but
Yeah.
you can reasonably assume that she's like, what the fuck? Sientel is watching this.
Mhm.
You, however, are still approximately 200 meters away.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna move to catch up to Flavienne if she doesn't start
Like, run?
running away. Yeah.
Okay. She's not
'Kay.
running. She also cannot give the chase this quickly.
What's going on?
She gives a very brief explanation of, we saw Leanne go into the 6th barracks, came back here, was stopped by a figure who handed her 2 other scrolls. She went back, got one of the scrolls back, set it on fire, went into the 5th year barracks, and then went back home. She's chasing after the figure.
Does anyone think they can give chase at that pace?
I can give it my
Yes.
best shot.
At least keep them in sight. Go.
So for you, I'm going to ask you, because this is a chase, I'm going to actually ask you at this point to make me a roll. No, Gail whispered. Sorry, I realize you can't see who I'm looking at.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Because it's all the same person.
Yeah.
Gail whispered, you are going to be rolling here your dexterity athletics.
Okay. Oh, it's a botch.
What?
Yes!
No. But we need this.
Too late. It's not happening.
Okay. So you leap out.
Well, okay, my first leap, though, was my anima effect.
Yeah.
But any subsequent leaps are going to fail miserably.
Okay, well, your anima effect leaps you out, and as you land in the trees, you land directly in front of Juin.
Oh, fucking classic.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry. Just perfect.
For those of you listening on the podcast, Juin's just staring down, Gail whispered, with her arms crossed.
Gail similarly is staring blankly back at Juin, and no one seems to make a move here.
Yeah.
So you're running after her?
Yeah, so I'm.
So Sientel's running too, because, like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, I'm no wood aspect or air aspect, but I'm athletic enough that I'm going to try to use my momentum to swing on low branches, maybe even try to like get my feet up on a branch to leap off onto the next one. I'm essentially attempting some parkour over these branches.
Ah. Parkour.
Yeah, or parkour, exactly, parkour. Yeah.
Parkour.
Parkour.
Oh, that's nice.
Parkour.
Parkour. Can I change my
And
name?
are you doing any parkouresta or?
No, I have a really bad feeling about this. And I'm going to head back.
Wrong game. That was the campaign before.
Yeah, I
Oh,
Having a
know.
bad feeling about something.
I know.
Hey.
And it's
Save
also
yourself,
a trap.
Aresta.
I'm going to very begrudgingly head back towards our barracks room.
She's still waiting. Do you give any response before Pyres shows up?
No, I just stare at her. I
And
think
Pyres, you now
Gail's
catch
brain is
I-
just, like,
just before
working.
you break into the clearing. Let's find out. Please roll me your wits awareness.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Your difficulty is 3. If you succeed, you will notice before bursting into this small clearing who it is standing in front of Gail.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna change out and roll different dice. Here we go.
If you don't say anything, you can't stunt.
It's true. Well, I'm on the lookout for Gale Whispered. What I would like to do before bursting to this clearing is have my hands on a bow, so if I need to flip around and go back that way.
Good stunt. There you go. Go for it.
Oh, come on, Dice-a-roos. Oh my god, that is 5 successes. I don't believe
So
it.
you see that it's Chuin. Do you wish to continue on into the clearing?
No, at 180, I'm flipping all the way around the branch and back up.
So
into the-
since he went off first, I can say that you saw him stop. So you can choose to stop if you wish, Aresta. Or no, you didn't follow.
Yeah.
Sientel can stop, and Flavienne can stop. No, Flavienne comes with you because she doesn't want to leave you alone.
Really sorry, Gail.
No,
I
it's
am
better.
watching, though.
Trust me, it's better.
Sientel looks up and goes, "What?"
It's Joanne!
Gail, you're still just staring?
Mm-hmm.
This could go on.
Gail whispered, "Did you find a door?
I did not.
Then did you find enough wood that we could collect to make one?"
I think there are some trees around here I can harvest.
And she strides into the clearing. Quartermaster. She heps right up to attention. Pyres, what are you doing?
I'm giving, like, Sientel thumbs up through the trees.
Okay, remember that we are looking for wood that is already dead. It will be easier if it's dry.
Oh, what is the difference between dried wood and wood that is growing from the ground?
I would like to enter the clearing after that question with some dry wood.
Oh.
If I can.
Okay, then we're going to form the door. Quartermaster, we're doing as you asked. So, Gail whispered,
Yeah.
Pyres,
This is incredible. Yeah.
gonna need you to roll me
Yeah, sure.
your... We're gonna call this your manipulation and larceny.
Ooh.
You only need 1 success.
Ooh. Ooh.
Who's got
No,
my
2 successes. The difficulty's 2. So that you can't just spend willpower and be done with it. Although I know Pyres can't.
All out of willpower?
No, I shouldn't be. I don't think so.
According to luck casting attempt. Oh, that's because I'm looking at 5 Paths Ascending.
5 Paths was so... Okay, sorry. Last
Let's-
session.
Let's go back to
Final
this.
session of a game
No,
mode.
you still have
Spend
4
all
willpower.
your
Never mind. You could
resources.
spend willpower, but your difficulty is 2.
I am
3?
spending one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am spending one, but I don't
I
think
spent
it's
one
enough.
as well, just because. Oh my.
Oh! God, just...
Jesus.
I rolled 2 dice. What a stupid roll. Help.
Very well. See to it First light is in only a few hours. And she turns and heads back.
Come on, let's get it.
By now, this figure is gone.
Yeah. Come on, let's finish repairing it. As I turn with my dry wood and stride off towards the forge. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said
it. Gail would like to fall into step beside Sientel. Thank you, that was quick thinking.
I may not have memorized all the openings.
Improvising is just as important at times.
I hope so. Aresta, by the time you get back to the barracks, the scroll is waiting just on the inside of your door. Game 3. Fang of the Lost Hand versus Fang of the Bearded Skull. The Mess Hall. One hour after first light. And we'll end the session there.
I just want to say to Raparth that that's exactly what I was thinking. And
It's a hot dog eating contest.
Sorry, I want to clarify that having her right, we've been given the you gave us the intel from Tepit Single Edge, right, Pyres?
Yes, I did.
So I would have ripped the paper rather than breaking the seal.
To keep.
Yeah, like I would have I can piece the paper back together to make a message, right? To figure out what the message said. Yeah.
We like this.
It would be
folks.
a shame if someone were to make fake games in the future. I'm just
Game
saying.
4B.
4B.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
The
that's
storyteller
great.
will remember this.
yeah.
Yes, we will. Oh.
Compliment Pyres. Best compliment wins.
You have 60 seconds. I can confirm from folks that we did get the names of the two fangs that were on the Game 3 sheet that I saw in Viren's office. It was not the Bearded Skull. It was two people you've never heard of.
Giant's Tome versus Serpent's Coil.
Ah, thank you.
Nice.
Notes.
Bosch, by the way.
Oh. Also, thanks. Thanks, Kung Fu Fenris.
I would like to give Kate high five too.
Dude, that was an inopportune botch moment.
I
my
think it
God.
was brilliant. It's kind of like every time Ray tried to lie to her dad, she botched. This is the same thing every time Gail tries to sneak around you and she
It's
botches.
just a disaster.
It's so good.
She's always there every time. Oh
It
god.
actually doesn't make any sense.
I
TBH.
know.
I mean, it does, but
I
like,
know.
it doesn't.
Our players have to answer 2 questions for me in order to
Oh,
earn their
fuck.
dragon experience, what they learned this session, and to highlight a play that they enjoyed from another player at the table. We're going to start this time with Scott.
Hello. I learned that Pyres has a lot more chip on his shoulder than I expected, and specifically, like, feeling called out by those people he thinks he's earned the respect of. It really gets under his skin, obviously. So that was what I learned. And today I wanted to highlight, Liz's like deadpan reaction to like not knowing things about how firewood works, or wood rather, which is great. But
Oh god.
honestly, more specifically, I really feel like the way that Gail analyzed Sientel is it's very in keeping with the character, and also revealed a lot about her, but also a lot about your relationship. I don't know. I just thought it was really, really cool.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Elizabeth.
Gail is like learning about friendship, like for the first time potentially, because all of her stuff is generally pretty surface level. I don't think she has conversations like the conversations she had with Sientel very often, if ever. So she's still trying to navigate that, which is fun. Aresta, like Kate, when just poor Aresta, like being told by Juwin to take Pyres' artifacts, and then just her trying to figure out what that meant, and if that was even something she was comfortable with, because I could tell Aresta was kind of like, is this a bullying tactic to put us against each other, and that goes against my intimacy. So I just thought that the way that you navigated that was really like great.
Learned that as much as Aresta has kind of been like jostling with Pyres over potential commander position, now that it's landed in her lap, she doesn't really want to deal with the responsibility.
Aw.
She doesn't have the tactics of Gail that she feels are necessary to be a good commander, or like the big charismatic aspect that Pyres does. So we'll see how this turns out.
Mhm.
And in terms of Pyres, I like that you, Scott, had to fight your, oh no, I don't want my character to get hurt, and like did what Pyres would do, for better or for worse. So well played.
That is an incident of the great curse coming up. And so you will receive 1 extra dragon experience, so you will get 3 dragon experience this session.
Nice. Hey, nice.
Because,
I
oh
guess.
boy, did it almost cost you. Well, it did cost you, but I was actually kind of like, oh, I wonder whether he's going to continue to attack, because...
Well, but that's I think, just to tack on to what Kate said, like, that actually was really like a deep moment of kind of concern for me as a player, of like, you know, Pyres is a 5th year, but he also feels really threatened in this moment. Would he just try to like beat up his quartermaster? You know, like he doesn't have a death wish, but like at the same time, he's really mad about it. I don't know. I feel like it turned out pretty well in terms of how the scene played out, but it was definitely something I was questioning.
Well, we have some questions coming in.
Oh,
Shit.
great questions.
Because we have an awesome group of folks.
We do.
Raparth asks, a little early, but Scott question, Pyre's emotions flared up in the Forge this session. You mentioned this had to do with him not feeling respected. What was the moment you decided to have, or it felt right for Pyres to react so strongly to the point of drawing weapons on Juwin?
I'll tell you exactly when it was when Juwin said, it's funny, all I see when I look at you are your mistakes, or mistakes, or
that was
whatever.
so brutal.
And there is a big distinction there, but I'm still saying whatever. When did I decide? It's just like that in that moment, I think it really clicked for me that's, and Arista, like what Kate was saying later, really confirmed it. You know, it's like that feeling of being second best, and like he knew he made a mistake, and he knew that what he did was wrong. I mean, he even lied about it, frankly. But he still felt like, you know, you don't get to disrespect me like that. Like, I earned these mistakes, you know?
Kung Fu Fenris asks, which character of the Fang is Gail most likely to shove in front of the bus?
I think that's impossible to predict at this point, because she would analyze the situation and judge accordingly, Pyres.
Yeah.
No,
Nicely
please.
done.
You're gonna have trouble shoving Aresta, is basically what I'm... I'll take it. Which of them is most deserving Pyres?
Yeah, just
And we've got an everyone question. There were a few moments in this session where the PCs took the lead for someone else. Arrested trying to talk down Pyres, Pyres getting Single Edge out of the room first and keeping her presence secret, and Gail teaching Sientel to develop her own strategies for Gateway. Those got me wondering, do you feel like the PCs teach each other specific skills or share their expertise, or are they counting on others to make up for each other's relative weaknesses?
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. I think for Gail, it's a combination of the two, but leaning more heavily to the second one. I think she can recognize what other people are better at than her, and she tries to like encourage that.
Yeah, I certainly feel like as a player at the table, you know, I want to jump in where I feel like my character's strengths would be of use, and like back off where my character's weaknesses might be a liability sometimes. But that, yeah, in character, teaching specific skills. I don't know. I always feel like that's really deliberate. At least for me, it's like when there's a moment where it's like, oh, I'm going to like try to impart something that I know to another character. It's like a very deliberate moment. So I'd go with the second one.
Definitely a mixture of the two. Arrested definitely feels that, yeah, pooling resources, covering as many gaps as possible is important, which is why she was in favor of the choices that were ended up being made for the Fang. But yeah, also wants to try to help everyone be better than they currently are, rather than just relying on those overlaps or lack of overlap. So that's why she's like, Pyres, stop hurting yourself, and like, you can do it and stuff.
Stop hurting yourself, Pyres.
Erwin is really curious to who, if anyone, the Fang would go to on the faculty to tattle their suspicions, or if that's not even an option and they need to resolve this themselves.
I know Gail's not in favor of going to any faculty member at this time. Like, the only one she would confide in is Bracken at this point. Like, anybody could be pulling the strings at this point.
Yeah, and I feel like Pyres probably has a pretty decent relationship with a lot of faculty, but like, yeah, it's impossible to know whether everybody, all of the teachers under Nuven are like all on the same page about this, or if it's like happening from outside. It's just impossible to know, so can't trust anybody.
Resta's trying to figure out if there's anyone that she can present it to, and if she can do it in a public way or something. Resta's trying to figure out at this moment, having had her worst fear of the gap in the plan confirmed. She's like, no. She has to like hand it to us, right? Nope. Of course not. So trying to figure out how she can bring the evidence forward in such a way that we can't just have it swept under the table. If that can even happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be an interesting week coming up. I can tell you that much. So why don't we find out exactly what's going on Tuesday?
Tuesday at 6 p.m. 1800 Eastern. Join me on twitch.tv/BiffTheBoss. Thank you. For Method Madness. We're continuing and finishing the council. I have other plans to move on to, and I think Paul Prospero is going to come back, make a reappearance, which I'm excited about. But we got to get through this this madness first. Come and see if we fail miserably. It's going to be great. Endure, adapt, overcome. Thanks, Fook.
We missed scrub check last week. Here's the thing. I can't scrub check on Wednesday. It will actually be almost impossible for me to do so. So I may actually try to hop on after Scott's stream for a quick scrub check, which means if you have a challenge to throw at me, it's important that you do so in the Discord. And if I can accept it, it will be after Scott. That will be at around 8 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, assuming that that's possible. We'll see.
We will see.
RPG
Thursday?
Clinic on Thursday.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's right. Yes. There's an unavailability over yonder, so we are going to be taking clinic hours. Exact topic TBD, but I believe we had in celebration of today, I suppose, we were going to be discussing romance from the player's perspective.
Yeah.
So the topic that I was originally going to discuss, I
But
have
Celia,
guests,
Ta-da!
but I
we
won't
have
be
guests
there.
now.
Now you
Thank
can
you for the
discuss it
bit.
from another perspective.
Yes. Actually, that's probably
They
for the
get it
best.
from a better perspective than me. I'll tell you that much. Friday?
Well, Friday there's going to be Punchy. Are we going to continue Hades? Maybe. Are we going to play something else? Possibly.
Nancy Drew, let's do it.
Oh my god,
No,
my
I'm just
dad
kidding,
would be
I'm
so
kidding.
happy. Oh boy.
Saturday?
The other day he was like, "Are you going to play more of the Nancy Drew game?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like, I don't think anybody wants to see that." He's like, "I thought it was pretty funny." Saturday we will be continuing the Hidden Staircase. I think we're going to be finishing it actually.
Yeah, let's.
We're in the last
get
4
it.
chapters.
You'll
right?
find the staircase.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
we
actually,
still
yeah.
haven't found the fucking
It's
Exactly.
like the
Staircase.
clock. They leave it for the last chapter, apparently. I don't know.
There was
know
like
it's
a
coming.
chase and a kidnapping
Yeah.
and all sorts of
Oh
crazy
yeah,
stuff.
big
It's
big
great.
time kidnapping.
And then on Sunday.
All things going according to plan, we will be back here. Well, not here actually.
No.
Oh.
We'll be in a new
Right.
place.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll be at a different location. We'll see on Sunday. So,
Same channel though.
same channel right here, RPG Clinic. We have to thank She Who Knows 10,000 Things. Aragorn has been fantastic today. We miss Entropy's Disciple and Strength of Borders, the Crosshair Brick Wall. We will look forward to seeing you on the Discord. What's the Discord, you ask? A great place to hang out with this community, ask questions, share your thoughts on either this game, our previous games, RPGs as a whole, whatever the hell you want. It's a great place to hang out, so please do so. If you're watching here on YouTube, thanks so much for doing that. You might consider hitting the subscribe button to be able to get more stuff. I don't think I've ever asked people to subscribe after watching that. We tried to make the push to get to 100.
Like button, ring that bell,
If you're
whatever
listening
the hell
on the
they say.
podcast is available on wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for RPG Clinic, and it's there. I really hope that you enjoy the dead air between Juin and Gail
It's-
Whispered.
Thrumming with energy.
Thanks again for your subscriptions, your bits. It's going right back into this channel. We are moving to a new location, and hopefully that's going to come with some improvements. We will let you know going forward. Until then, just know that wherever we're going, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Blah.